welcome through to the new and improved Roll Ross Politic channel. Hey, what's good with everybody? Welcome. James, Nemo. Who else? Who else am I missing? James, Nemo, Taco. Everybody, welcome, man. I appreciate all you. Backshots is in the building. We live and direct. I kind of want to dig into a little bit of the investigation that Candace Owens has been doing. I'll have you guys will be able to listen along. I'll show you some of it too, but most of it I'm gonna have to play the audio of it, cause she's going ham on stuff. I kind of want to get into a little bit of the protests going on in Portland and in Chicago. We got some stuff going on with that. So we got a few things that we could talk about. I don't know which one, what topic you guys would want to dive into first, whether it's some of the Charlie Kirk investigation that Candace Owens is doing, or if it's some of the protests that's going on right now. Because I know in Portland, the judge in Portland tried to deny Donald Trump for being able to bring in the military and help them get stuff back in order, because they've been going crazy over there in Portland from what I understand. I've watched a little bit of it, but yeah, it's super crazy. Do y'all like the thumbnail that I made for this channel? It kind of looks like a political... It looks very political. And then that Uncle Sam, that picture of that Uncle Sam, that's actually my face. It's crazy. I made that. That shit was hilarious. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that.
You didn't make it, AI made it.
Same thing. I generated it.
Yeah, but we made it AI, yeah.
Alright. Nemo, you the Smurf, boy. You the Smurf. But alright, I have the Candace Owens video already pulled up, so we can easily play that. But I definitely want to get into some of the protest in Portland. Once I get the computer updated, we'll be doing it a lot more where we can bring the streams in together. But yes, we are on our first stream. Hopefully everybody can show up, tap in with us, have a good day. We can get into this. But welcome in. Yes, AI generated it. I put the two images together. I was trying to make it myself, but then my coworker was like, yo, why don't you just put it into AI? So I put it into AI. AI generated it, but it's pretty dope. Hold on, I'll put it on the background by itself. But yo, that's my face. That's literally my face. No, that shit's my face, bro. Shit's wild. This shit is wild. Because here's the original. There's the original. And then there's the... But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, you a little fish. A little fish. It's alright, though. It's alright. Alright, because I know there's people doing live streams of the protest in Portland, so we can easily get into that. I don't see a live right now, but I know the last few days they've been doing constant live streams. Yeah, no, there is. Mass protest. Alright, so there is live right now protest going on in Portland and in Chicago. Portland's been getting wild. They're live and they're protesting outside of the ICE building, the ICE detention center, and they are, right now they got a full force of the actual police there. Let me pull the background down, I'll show you guys. Let me turn the camera around. This is through Mint on YouTube, so if y'all like the video, make sure you guys go check out Mint on YouTube. But yeah. Because, I mean, this is just one of them. There's a few of them that are going on. But, yeah, they got live protests. Looks like the soldiers and the military is going back inside the ICE facility right now. Usually what happens is they'll come out when they come out of the building when they have somebody that's been acting wild and acting crazy on the streets. And they'll do like an arrest on him, and then they'll kind of come back in, or they'll come out so that like a shift change of the ICE agents can actually make it into the building. But yeah, this ain't a football talk. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, you can talk about football if you want, but that's not the basis of this channel. This channel is mostly for some of the politics that we have going on around the world and the craziness that we have going on. Nemo trying to get a first time out on the new channel, huh? Nemo, you trying to get a first time out on 2 channels? On this channel, all you need is 2 for spam. All you need is 2. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and... Dude, can you not be loud right behind me? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up the video that... Because right now, I believe Candace Owens is actually live right now. So let me pull that up. Candace Owens, there we go. And I know she's talking about the Charlie Kirk investigation. I look like your friend David. I hear you, Jonathan. Well, welcome in, welcome in. What up, Taco? Welcome to the new stream. Taco's in the house. Everybody make a bounce. All right, so I'm going to get in here. I'm going to start the live stream at the beginning, so we're not going to be hearing her live as of right now. But we're going to hear... all right, so, and again, I do not own the content to the audio you guys are about to hear. Anything she shows you, I will flip the camera around and show the screen. But I'm going to go ahead and...
Rabbi in Israel had a long talk with Charlie.
All right, try to get it from the beginning. All right, here we go. Starting soon. It's about to start. There we go. The audio is up.
All right, you guys.
Here we go.
Wednesday. Sorry, we're running late.
What up, Carnage?
Starting homeschooling, so still getting adjusted to the new schedule. Where should we begin?
Like and sub up the channel. Yes,
Josh
sir.
Hammer,
Yes, sir.
Because that's certainly getting a little more interesting.
She is.
Maybe a bit darker.
All right, so she's getting into lies that Josh Hammer, who was in that chat, that chain of people that were involved in that group chat that Charlie was in, because Charlie was talking about how he's getting sick of Israel pressing him on who he can and cannot be friends with, because Israel and Zionists were trying to get him to stop. They were trying to get him to stop being friends and be around Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, and people like them, because they call them conspiracies. They don't want her information to be out there. They don't want her information to be heard. They're calling her liars. Josh Hammer was an individual that was in that text thread. So she's talking about what he's lying, because he's trying to deny it, even though Charlie's right-hand man, Andrew, and Turning Point USA had already confirmed that that is an actual text thread, because he was part of that text thread and he had been shared it to certain officials, and that he didn't know where it went from there, but it was an actual text thread, so it has been verified. I'm gonna go ahead and get back into it.
We had anticipated.
What up, TikTok Takeoff Patriot? What's good? What's good? Welcome in.
Retweeted a 2013 tweet from Donald Trump calling for public executions. Now, I have tried, and I don't feel that there is any way that I can confidently explain to you guys why he tweeted that.
I heard you, Jonathan. I heard you, brother. We will eventually get some moderators on this channel. Right now, this is the first live stream. That's not the main focus of the channel, but we're going ahead and getting into it.
Dad,
What?
First of all, in the context of him having already admitted
This is really one you don't need to be in.
Rabbi
You don't need to be
Israel
involved in
had a
political
long
stuff.
talk with Charlie the night before he died, something he's very proud of. Also, Dinesh D'Souza has jumped into the mix. Welcome, Dinesh D'Souza. He is joining every commentator who hates Candace Owens. That's nice that he has entered the foray. He's got some things to say to me. We're going to discuss it because it's weird. And I'm also going to explain to you why, more formally,
Dude, chill,
Ms.
bro.
Stein decided to activate an effective kill switch. I want you guys to pay attention because this is really important. Welcome back to Candace.
There you go. All right, here you go. All right, sorry about that, guys. My son wanted to subscribe to the channel. I told him he really don't need to be a part of this because he's 9 years old. He doesn't really need to be involved in politics and stuff right now.
Hoisted by his own petard.
Not
This
yet.
expression
I teach him
obviously
about it a
I use
little bit,
lot,
but
and I have this thing where I always have to go back and research and figure out why we use common expressions, because nobody actually thinks about those things.
I appreciate
This one's
that.
pretty obvious.
Take a
It refers
Patriot.
to
I
when
appreciate that,
soldiers,
brother. Thank you.
would use a petard, essentially a bucket-shaped explosive device packed with gunpowder, effectively a bomb. to
And
blow up
Carnage, you don't know who the first moderator is going to be? Because I don't even know who the first moderator is going to be yet. I don't know yet. I haven't made that decision. I'm not even coming to a conclusion on that right now. That's not the main focus of this stream. I just want to get into some of the information and some of the content that she's putting out with her investigation on the Charlie Kirk murder. I'm going to get back into the audio.
wall fortifications
Y'all can hear the audio just fine, right? Let me know if you can't hear the audio or if you can.
of their enemies. They light the fuse, and sometimes they would be hoisted by their
I hear you,
allies.
Taco.
And that's
Yes, sir,
exactly
James.
what
Football's
is
tomorrow.
happening right now to Josh Hammer for weeks.
All right,
after
I'm going to show you who
the
Josh Hammer is. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to turn this back, take this down. This is who Josh Hammer is. This is the man Candace Owens is actually talking about right now.
assassination of Charlie Kirk. Josh has obsessively and shamelessly accused people of lying, people of grifting, people of attempting to destroy Charlie Kirk's legacy. Charlie Kirk was his friend, he claimed rather maniacally.
I do agree with Candace Owens on some things, not everything. I feel like she may be a little bit emotionally involved in this too much, but it's hard. It's hard. I know she wants to get to the bottom of it, and the FBI and everybody, the holes in the investigation that they're presenting us are just so glaring that it makes it hard to believe them either. So Candace Owens has been giving us receipts. Candace Owens has been giving us factual information. Now, is everything that she says factual? I'm not going to stand on that. But I will say that she has been giving us receipts to show proof of what she's saying. So, I'm going to get back into it.
Charlie never once flinched on the topic of
I would
Israel.
agree, Carnage. I would
Just
agree.
nothing
And maybe he
else.
is.
Like, are you kidding me? That's all he cared about. Check out just some of these tweets, by the way. This is a collage.
right, hold up.
We just don't have all day here to gather crazy Josh Hammer tweets, but you get the idea. There is a
I'm going to see. I don't know if you guys will get to see the tweets, but I'm going to try and show them. All right, so these are some of the tweets from Josh Hammer that she is discussing. This is one series of them. I'm not going to hold them there forever, but if you want, you guys can pause and read them. And then here's the third section of them. All right. So then we're going to get back into this. I can't wait till I can do this on my computer, because then I can just put it on the screen for you. But we'll get to there. I want this to be able to do what it's supposed to do. So the next live stream I may try to do from a computer straight off of YouTube. What up, Messi? To try and to be able to bring content onto the screen so that I can show you guys a little better. But this is going to be how the first one's done. We'll get better as we go. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and tapping in with us. I'm going to go ahead and start the audio back up now.
It's a repulsive op right now to hijack Charlie Kirk's legacy. There is a repulsive op right now desecrating Charlie's memory by trying to posthumously convert him to Groyperism. I can't believe there's something known as Groyperism. I was given access to this letter a few months ago, and I read it at that time. Tucker, Candace, and
I did that just for you, Nemo. I did that just for you. You'll see in a second when he comments.
Are lying through their teeth about Charlie and Israel. Candace Owens and other grifters, you get that back up for a quick second. Candace Owens and other grifters are trying to posthumously rewrite and hijack the legacy of the great Charlie Kirk to further their patently evil ends. There has been a repulsive op. The reality is simple. Charlie was a great. Like, it's weird that he keeps repeating that sentence. Like I said, maniacal, obsessed, and of course.
I haven't seen my mom join the stream. Is my mom in the stream right now? I have not seen her name pop across yet. Let me check real quick. Participants. No, yeah, my mom's not in there right now. My mom is not on there right now. All right, so let's get back into the audio.
Comfort of his own.
That was for you, Nemo.
With the full support of the press, the silence of Charlie's other quote-unquote friends, Josh was really acting the part of a true Pharisee. He was
All right, so I didn't think so. I'm going to say this. We are not going to be timing people out to come across with their opinions and stuff. We do want to be able to create dialogue in this chat. So we want to hear other people's opinions. Even if we do not agree with them, we need to be able to hear them, to understand them, to see where they're getting their opinions from. Where they get what they're thinking from. Why do they think this way? That's where we want to get to.
That the truth would not rise again. You're so confident. He had killed it, and that he could himself hijack the legacy of Charlie Kirk. Except the truth did kind of rise again, kind of always does rise again, and the world now knows that Josh Hammer had personal, intimate knowledge that Charlie's views were changing. He lied about the Hamptons meeting. I told you the truth from day one. Seth Dillon and Josh were personally upset with Charlie's.
Here, I'll show you the other guy that she's talking about. This is the Seth Dillon character that she's mentioning. All right. Get back into it. I'll unpause the video.
Defiance against.
You guys can hear the audio just fine, right?
Vocal of the two parties in the Hamptons, as I said, in terms of actually pressing Charlie. Both of them were upset about the way that they saw his viewpoints shifting.
No, yes. Noah, I'll say they need to be at least 16 years old. 16 or older. If because at 16, they're close to being able to vote, so we want to be able to understand their opinion and their thoughts and process before they get to the polls. So from 16 and older is the age limit. I don't want anybody under 16 in here because at that point we're having pointless conversations with children that aren't getting involved. So.
And Tucker was therefore correct at Charlie Kirk's memorial. It was definitely the correct analogy when he spoke about these sorts of individuals who plot and lie and think that they are going to be successful in,
Well, we got to get there, Carnage. We have to get people on here to go back and forth with. Have a good one, Tick Off Patriot. Once we get people to come in, we'll have those conversations back and forth with different people to be able to understand it, but for sure.
Murdering the truth in the story of Jesus Christ. Take a listen.
Charlie would have loved this, not just because he loved large groups of people, but because ultimately he was a Christian evangelist. And it actually reminds me of my favorite story ever. So it's about 2,000 years ago in Jerusalem, and Jesus shows up and he starts talking about the people in power.
Man 52, stop spreading lies.
Doing the worst thing that you can do, which is telling the truth about people, and they hate it. And they just go bonkers. They hate it. And they become obsessed with making him stop. This guy's got to stop talking. We've got to shut this guy up. And I can just sort of picture the scene in a lamplit room with a bunch of guys sitting around eating hummus, thinking about what do we do about this guy telling the truth about us? We must make him stop talking. And there's always one guy with the bright idea, and I can just hear him say,
And if that was factual, Man 52, I would hate some of my own family at that point. So that's obviously an infactual statement.
Got an idea, why don't we just kill him? That'll shut him up. That'll fix the problem.
Tucker Carlson's laugh is insane. It's like a psychopathic laugh.
It doesn't work that way. Everything is inverted, and the Beatitudes tell it, I think, the most crisply. Everything is sort of the opposite of what you think it's going to be.
Oh, I'm going to pause real quick. Carnage, did you notice that this is actually my face, Carnage? Did you notice that that was my face, Carnage?
As a fact, it will always be the opposite of what you think it's going to be when you are attacking people who are telling the truth. And the truth
Man
is,
52, pointless conversations aren't to be had here. That's pointless.
Perspectives on Israel are changing. And since that announcement, Twitter users pointed out a very strange...
And I suggest you change your name because there's only room for one Carnage, Man 52. Just so you know, there's only room for one Carnage. So you're not going to be called Carnage. I'm going to call you either Junior or I'm going to call you Man 52.
Tweets that Josh Hammer hit send on 16 hours before Charlie Kirk was assassinated. for no apparent reason at all.
That's just how I have it, Nemo.
That
Messi.
Donald
There I go,
Trump
starting off
sent
already.
A full 12 years ago about public executions. Here it is. Here is that retweet. Trump wrote on April 19th, 2013, should be public execution for all to see. We will end this bull fast. And Josh Hammer just replies and says, based. You can see we are in Central Time, so that's about 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, what is the justification for this? There might be one. I tried in earnest to at first rationalize it, right? What could have been going on that Josh Hammer decided to dig through the 2013 Twitter archives and retweet someone calling for a public execution? Well, I'll let one of the many Zionist PR agents explain it first. Yashar Ali. Like I said,
she's gonna bring somebody else on.
To do PR for Zionists. I know this personally, on the right and on the left. Tried to explain it away by kind of lying, I would say. He tried to claim definitively that Josh was referring to the criminal who horrifically murdered the Ukrainian refugee, Irina Zarutska, in North Carolina. That was obviously a big story in the beginning of September.
Noah, do you not know who Candace Owens is?
Yashar Ali wrote this. Last night, Candace Owens tweeted notorious neo-Nazi Sam Parker, who pointed out that Josh Hammer, who is Jewish and was a friend of Charlie Kirk's, elevated a Trump tweet from 2013 the day before, which called for public executions. Candace, of course, would like people to believe that Josh's quote tweet is suspicious in the context of...
Then I'm misunderstanding what you mean by that, Noah.
The assassination of Charlie Kirk. But Josh was just sharing what many conservatives were sharing and stating the day before. That's because they were talking about the horrific murder of Irina Zarutska. This is where I say that no civilized nation uses the death penalty, in parentheses, referring to his own thoughts. Now, another...
And Carnage, I'm not showing her video necessarily to say she's credible. What I'm doing is I'm showing her investigation to see what anybody else thinks about what she's got going on with her investigation. Whether you guys think she's on the right trail with where she's going with it, or if you think she's going down a rabbit hole that's unnecessary. To me, I'm conflicted because I feel like Candace has the right set of mind, but I feel like she might be a little too emotionally involved in this because of who she was to Charlie Kirk. They were obviously friends. They were close. I don't know if you know who Brandon Tatum is, but when Brandon Tatum first joined the Turning Point USA team, he stated that he thought that Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk were a couple. Now, this is obviously before they got married, both of them. But because they were always together, they were always flying together, sitting together, having these conversations, they were really close. So Brandon Tatum, Officer Tatum on YouTube, says, I'll show you some of his videos, because Officer Tatum, who actually supports Candace, is kind of also going against Candace in his latest videos. So we can show some of that as well to see the little bit of the back and forth on that. But yeah, so this is really for me to see how you guys feel about what she's saying. Do you think that she's saying accurate stuff? Or do you think she's on a witch hunt going down a rabbit hole that's deeper than she needs to get into? Yes, Officer Tatum is black too, yes. That doesn't matter to me, Carnage. I don't care what color somebody is. I don't care about your color. I care about your character. Who you are as a person is going to dictate how I treat you.
The user then jumped on that and tried to establish a non-fact that the footage of Irina's murder was released on that day, on the 9th, and that's why Josh tweeted that. All of this is factually untrue, okay? Irina was murdered on August 20th.
I'm showing people that are close to him. I'm also going to show other people that aren't black, but it's not because of their color. It's not why I'm showing it. It has nothing to do with it. I agree, Messi. I feel like she's on the right trail. It's just some of the information I feel like maybe she's just a little too emotionally attached to. But I do feel like she's fairly accurate. I mean, she does show receipts to actually back what she says. So,
22nd, her perpetrator was arrested that same day, and the footage was released and trended on X on September 5th. Josh?
yeah, to me, in my opinion, Officer Tatum, he just wants the case to be over. He just wants this guy to get charged. Where I see Candace Owens wants a guy to get charged too, but she wants the right guy to get charged. Brandon Tatum is all for the police aren't going to lie to us. The FBI is not going to lie to us. All the evidence is there. The police have shown us all the evidence. They have documented all this evidence. This is the guy that killed him. Everything lines up. But there's just too many holes in what the FBI has presented us. And they've made so many mistakes already that it makes it hard to believe what they're saying is accurate. I don't think so either, Carnage. I think that he was a part of it. I think he was a pawn, but he's not the actual trigger man in my mind. I don't think Tyler Robinson was the trigger man. I think he was a pawn. Just like I think that old man, that old kook that got arrested, I think he was also a pawn. I do not think that he was... I mean, I think that they were both involved, but neither of them obviously pulled the trigger. And I'm going to stand my ground and say that I do not think... I'm going to say I know it was not a 30-06 bullet that hit Charlie Kirk in the neck. Because a 30-06 bullet would have went clean through his neck. I've shown videos in the Discord that show you what a 30-06 bullet will do from that range. And it's going to leave a 6-inch hole for an exit after destroying damn near anything in its path. That bullet was going through steel plates at half-inch thick. So there's no way that it was shot with a 30-06 from 150, 200 yards. It's just not possible. There would have been an exit wound. There would have been splatter on the back of the curtain behind him. That's just not possible. I have never seen a 30-06 go into something and just stop. Anytime I've shot a deer with it, it left an exit hole. And the deer is way wider than Charlie Kirk's neck is. Your neck is the softest part of your body. So, and Carnage, that may be possible. That may be possible. But the only thing that makes it hard for that is the fact that there's no hole on the back. And the angle that the bullet had to go, because they're saying, the autopsy says that the bullet came in and hit the C2. Your C2 sits up here. So if you get shot here, and the first place the bullet hits is right here, you can't be shooting from an angle from up like this. You got to be shooting from an angle like this. And a 30-06 would have destroyed your spinal. It would have destroyed it. It wouldn't have stopped. So there's a lot of holes in the investigation. And yes, Noah, I think that's 100% where we're going to be able to put a lot of this blame. And most of it goes to the Zionists. And I think that when we see Israel then coming and purchasing TikTok and purchasing these different social media platforms and news outlets, this is also a sign that Charlie would have been very firmly against, because when they're doing that purchase, they are trying to silence the people talking about them. They are going to literally shut down anybody's account that is talking bad about them, so that they can propagandize their platform so that you only see what Israel wants you to see. It is absolutely bizarre. It's against your First Amendment with freedom of speech, which Charlie Kirk would not have stood for. Charlie Kirk was already clearly having questions about Israel and how they were acting and doing things. So, as he was a man that loved Israel, the nation, I think that his belief and his values, where he stood, was starting to separate him from that. Israel saw that and then saw that he was going to get in the way. This is just my speculation, and that they probably took him out. But I'm hoping that we can get down to the actual bottom of this and some actual resolution can be had. I'm gonna get back into the audio here.
Himself sent multiple tweets regarding the homicide, as everyone did, because, like I said, it was trending. And when he was asked specifically
100%.
punishment, criminality, perhaps that her perpetrator should
Well, I
face,
can tell you, Noah, I'm not going to be silent. I'm going to speak out. So, I don't care. As my platform says, America first. We need to stop having the occupied state of our government putting other countries before the American people. The American people in America should be put first whenever America's making decisions that involve war, that involves other countries' trade. When it involves any of that, we should be the first thought. How is this going to better America and the people of America? Because nothing that's been going on for probably the last 70 years has been in the best interest of the American people.
Josh, at no point that I could determine whether he was on the news, whether he was
Yes,
on his own
America
show or
first.
anything else, did he speak about the death penalty or,
Don't act like you ain't for that, Carnage. You
Instead,
for
as
America
you'll see,
first.
we'll show you
I know
Josh's
you are.
own words. He spoke about the double standards surrounding the media coverage of her murder and really the topic of criminality more broadly and safety in America.
And right now, I'm at such a small level of a voice on social media that I don't think that they're looking at me at this point. If my channel blows up and I continue to be an advocate and a voice for the things that I stand for and I believe in, then probably they will try to silence me. But I'm going to continue to do what I can. Well, America, you know what I mean. The best interest of what America gets into needs to be for the American people.
Take a listen to what Josh said.
You know, Gabrielle, I'm a lawyer by training, and I remember my first year of law school.
It's crazy, Messi. It's crazy.
Criminal law. This is kind of the beginning.
All right, so now they got Josh Hammer on screen. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera for you guys.
Even back then, there's a lot of chatter among my more liberal classmates about how, incarceration and in prisons and locking people up, how
He's a senior editor at Large Newsweek.
Old kind of symbol of a white patriarchal, colonialist, imperial society there, and how the ultimate goal is basically to defund the prisons, and then, if some people are going to commit some violent crimes, essentially let the chips fall where they may. Well, this is letting the chips fall where they may. But most American people have not lost their minds. Most American people stand where Donald Trump stands, is that they want basic safety. And
I don't disagree that we all want basic safety. I just don't hear him. And like I said, I've looked for it ever even calling for the death penalty in those days that were leading up. So I decided to do what
Yeah,
I
Nemo, I agree with Messi too,
He
kinda.
definitely meant or he didn't mean. I decided to just create a micro timeline of Josh Hammer's tweets. And it gets pretty interesting on September 9th, the day before Charlie Kirk's assassination. This is what Josh Hammer tweeted. He tweeted a total of 9 times.
So these were the tweets on the morning before Charlie Kirk's assassination. It says tweets about viral Phillies crowd scandal. Tweet a link to his media appearance about Irina Zarutska. Tweets about tweets against Tucker Carlson. Tweets in favor for Israel, throwing shade at Trump and Qatar. Tweets against Saudi Arabia because they tweeted against Israel. Tweets against Tucker Carlson for telling the truth about Israel and 9/11 or 9/11. Tweets about Hebrew Bible being the basis of Western civilization alongside a speech he gave. Tweets a promotion of his media appearance regarding the Supreme Court decision. 3-hour tweet break, and then he tweets again in favor of a public execution. No context provided. So why is he... That last one's kind of crazy.
On September 9th,
What do y'all think about that?
What was going on that day from his tweets. Wakes up at 7:30 A6, or rather...
What's y'all's
the first
opinions
tweet
on
at
that?
7:30
That's
A6,
crazy.
7:36 a.m.
Yeah, no
and tweets
DEI
about
for
a
sure.
viral Phillies crowd scandal. This is in Eastern Standard Time, by the way. Right after that, he tweets a link, the one that I just showed you, to his media appearance about Irina Zarutska, where he does not call for the death penalty or anything close to the death penalty. 9:23 a.m. He
What up,
tweets
James?
against Tucker Carlson because he has to do that at least twice a day, or I don't feel like he can get on with his day. 9:29 a.m. he tweets in favor of Israel and throws shade at Trump and Qatar, and all of this is related to what went on September 9th, which is that Israel bombed Qatar for no reason, violating international law, which they tend to do a lot. But he, of course, was in favor of what they were doing, and so he...
Those are from Josh Hammer. Those are Josh Hammer's tweets, Messi. Someone that's been calling Candace a liar, that's been trying to silence Candace, essentially. He's someone that's been trying to silence Candace Owens. Hey, I don't think Elon Musk hasn't sold it, did he? Elon Musk hasn't sold the Twitter. It's TikTok, CBS, and then possibly about to be CNN that have been purchased by someone that donates everything to Israel, that's highly in favor of Israel, so you might as well say Israel bought it. It's not directly Israel, but it might as well be Israel through a third person. I mean, that's fine. You can feel how you want to feel about Elon Musk.
Throw shade at Trump and Trump's relationship with Qatar, because I guess it would be okay for them to violate international law if Trump wasn't friends with Qatar or something. 11:33 a.m. he tweets against Saudi Arabia because they came out and made a statement against what Israel had done. So he tweets against Saudi Arabia. And then at 3 o'clock p.m. he tweets against Tucker Carlson for telling the truth about Israel and 9/11. Again, he has to do that a couple of times a day. It's part of his ritual. 5:58 p.m. he tweets about the Hebrew Bible being the basis of Western civilization alongside a speech that he had given. Tweets a link out. Again, promoting himself. 5:59 p.m. he tweets a promotion of his media appearance regarding a Supreme Court decision. And then there's this 3-hour break. He puts his phone down. Maybe this is a 3-hour break where he speaks to Charlie Kirk. I don't know, but I know that he speaks to Charlie Kirk at night. And then at 9:09 p.m., again, we're talking Eastern, Josh Hammer tweets in favor of public execution, and there's no context that is provided. So anybody telling you he for sure meant this?
I say that it is very suspicious that he is tweeting about public execution just before or day before Charlie Kirk gets assassinated in public. That's awfully wild.
This, or he for sure didn't mean this, is a liar. We cannot know that.
Now, on this channel, we may have to go back and do some digging into some of her previous lives, because with me starting my stream right now, obviously, we have skipped a whole bunch of some of what she's gone through. So we may have to go back and actually catch ourselves up at some point. But I wanted to go from where she was because she was live at the moment when I got on, so.
That we cannot know Josh Hammer's thoughts.
This is a today
a couple
video.
Things I want to point out. Josh is not saying in that tweet that he's calling for the death penalty. People calling for the death penalty, debating the death penalty is a very...
Is Elon richer than Joe... What is it? The Amazon guy. Jeff Bezos? I know they were both, right there. Did Elon move above Jeff Bezos? I haven't looked it up. I'm asking.
Very common political debate. It's a very common political talking point. It is absolutely not a typical or a regular political talking point or debate regarding public executions. We don't talk about that often. It's an exceedingly specific ask, right? Usually reserved to a visceral response to something that you have seen and in the moment, right? Matt Walsh, actually, we were prepping the show. I said, I will guarantee you that when that footage got dropped, which was on September 5th, 4 days earlier, Matt Walsh would have tweeted, this person should be publicly executed. And by the way, he did. He did. He said, we can't keep living like this.
I'm going to let her read it again, but I'm going to let you guys see it. Another person talking about public execution days before Charlie Kirk's public execution. I don't know. To me, that shit's wild. That shit's wild as hell. Just like there was actually a student at that school who also tweeted that something wild's gonna happen this week just before the Charlie Kirk, and was also talking like against what Charlie Kirk stood for, and then after the murder of Charlie Kirk, he sweeped his account. So there's definitely something fishy going on for sure.
The only solution is ruthless punishment, public execution for violent criminals, long prison sentences, hard labor. This guy had multiple previous arrests. He should have already been serving 30 years in a labor camp. This is the only way, as our ancestors knew. We've tried compassion and restorative justice, and this is the result. It was inevitable. So Matt Walsh then went on his show and further explained that already contextualized tweet, and he explained how men have a visceral response when you see somebody being victimized, a woman being victimized in that way that Irina was. So we decided for good measure that we should check to see if maybe it was something regular that Josh Hammer also spoke about, which is public executions. And I can tell you that it is not something that Josh Hammer regularly tweets about.
Awfully fishy.
The first time that he tweeted about a public execution was back in 2013.
That's why, hey, Messi, that's why I try to watch what I can to try to figure out what they're talking about, because there are people that are trying to get to the bottom of it. Will we ever know? Will this turn into a JFK? I don't know. I hope not, but we know what happened to JFK. Like, what happened after JFK's assassinations dictates what happened during that assassination. What up, Dee?
And he said it in reference, in 2022, and he said it in
Is he,
reference
Nemo?
to the
Did you look it up?
Boston Marathon bombing terrorist account. Recovery Essentials.
Oh, shit.
If that debt is he said it in.
All right, let me get this other text up here for you guys. This is another text from Josh Hammer, but this was in May of 2022. So she's going back in the archives to dig this one up. It says the shooter is apparently dead, but is just with the Buffalo shooter. This is pure evil. Would have been another ideal time for a public execution. So these people are definitely in favor of public execution.
The Boston Marathon bombing terrorist account. The Uvalde shooter. The Uvalde shooter is apparently dead, but just...
I understand, Nemo. Jeff Bezos has a ton of money, too.
As with the Buffalo shooter, this level of pure evil would have been another ideal time for a public execution. So, to be clear, that makes sense, right? He is in the moment. And he is
you have to take that up with
having a
Messi.
visceral reaction to the idea of another school being shut out.
Carnage, you and Messi are buddy enough that you have to take that up with him. What up, Pat? I believe I can fly. I hear you, Pat.
Having
Get on a plane.
And for that reason, I am saying that this would have been an appropriate scenario for the public execution. Emotions are running high. You are visceral. And you're learning things. You're seeing and you're learning those things in the moment. As I said, that would make sense in its context. I also want to remind you that Josh Hammer is a lawyer by training. He was at one point the editor-at-large of the Daily Wire, and he is currently the senior editor-at-large
of the Daily Wire. Isn't that Ben Shapiro's network? Isn't the Daily Wire, isn't that owned by Ben Shapiro, if I'm not mistaken? What did Pat get timed out for? Because he said he believes he can fly? That's not a lie. That's a belief.
Plus, he hosts his own show. My point that I'm making here is he knows how to communicate, okay? This is not some random guy on Twitter who doesn't know that if you haven't tweeted all day about something, you can't just throw out tweets about public executions without contextualize them, right? He certainly understands you don't just send out a standalone tweet at 9:00 p.m. and everyone's just going to go, what are you referring to? He knows the public is not going to comprehend what he means outside of him providing some further context. And I will also add here that it is not particularly helpful that Josh Hammer as an individual is obsessively angry. He is an incredibly angry little man. You can read through his tweets. He has openly expressed bigoted and prejudiced opinions against white people. Okay? He does not view himself to be a white person. He views himself to be a separate race, Jewish.
So Josh Hammer is in fact Jewish, Carnage. And he is bashing white people as a white person. Yes, he's Jewish, but his skin's... He's still a white person. Like, what the fuck? He's retarded. Got an entire 10 seconds because I've heard... My matter, I could identify as a spoon. Oh my god, y'all are crazy. Alright.
That is a fact, and it wasn't a long time ago. We don't have to go back to 2013 to hear his ideas on that. Here is a tweet from him in 2019 that he then erased regarding white people. This is what he said. Jew hatred is inherent.
Alright, so this is also by Josh Hammer. Let me take the background down. Damn background. Says, Jew hatred is inherently in the European DNA. Eugene, pretty amazing. European Union is going to require political country of origin labeling for only 2 regions of the world, and both of them are Israel. Okay. This guy's quite the guy.
DNA. Okay. Just like it's inherent. You're just inherent. If you're white, you're inherently guilty. You're inherently an anti-Semite. It's just you're born this way. It's just in your DNA.
We'll see, Pat. We'll see.
And in response, we were told that he meant it metaphorically, which kind of
messy. All right, let's chill on a timeout.
It's just I do know a little bit about metaphors and similes, and I'm not. Jew hatred is inherent in European DNA. How's that for a metaphor, guys, for you? Because I thought metaphor might be fire hair to describe somebody who's red-headed. Oh no, it's not literally fire. It's fire red. No, I don't think
that would be a metaphor. Yes,
a
Candace,
metaphor
absolutely.
would be saying explicitly and literally that hating Jews is inherent inside of white people. I think it's amazing that he's
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, Messi. They haven't deleted Candace Owens' stuff, so...
even allowed. Like, there's just no consequence. It's like, yeah, well, editor at large in Newsweek, what are you going to do?
Damn, Carnage!
You can hate white people. We all know that. It's fine. It's totally fine. Anyways, that's what he thinks about you guys. Full stop. And people are maybe, perhaps because of that, because of how he regularly treats people and how he regularly attacks people and how vicious he is, are not feeling particularly charitable towards him, especially at having been exposed as somebody who lied so audaciously and boldly and repeatedly and unnecessarily about the pressure that Charlie was under, pressure which Josh Hammer was a part of.
Yeah, I mean, Israel, he had taken $2 million of donations away from Charlie because he wouldn't not be friends with Tucker Carlson. And he literally said in that text chain, I will not be bullied like this. Maybe I have Candace Owens come on tour next. They told him not to be friends with these people, so he's like, well, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna bring them on then. Maybe I'm gonna bring them over and have them do their speeches with me. If you think that they're so bad, like, I'll bring them on. Y'all foolish, bro.
Applying in the weeks and then in the hours leading up.
Yeah, it wasn't about you, Didi. That was about Noah.
Saddens me that Charlie was stressed and Charlie was worried, and that the very
Noah's the only mod on here right now.
Making him have that sense of anxiety and worry, and you eulogized him and lied about that. Why lie? That's the part that the public does not understand. How can we then
Maybe he'll get to keep that mod. I don't know. We'll see.
In that way. The natural thing is for us to then wonder, what else is Josh lying about? Would we trust if Josh?
Messi, I am inclined to believe that as well. I believe Trump has also been bought by the Zionists from Israel. What up, James?
He said that tweet was definitely about Irina. Other people pulled Trump tweets. Some did pulled that very tweet and called for a public execution. Would you trust Josh if he came out and said, I know I didn't contextualize it, and I know all the...
No, yeah, Didi, this is a completely new account. So, like, I just made Noah a mod. And it was really kind of messing with Nemo. It was because Nemo was like, where's my mod? Where's my mod? So I was like, all right, well, here you go, Messi. But, yeah, so... The moderator, like, long-term, we'll see where that goes. I haven't decided anything on that really yet. Obviously, Noah is a moderator right now. But, yeah, we'll see how that goes as the channel goes along.
I was tweeting about Israel, but that one was about Irina.
Carnage, just a minute ago, you said she would do better than Noah.
Don't forget, he proudly went around and he promoted to everyone that would listen.
I agree, Noah. I agree.
To Charlie the night before he died, probably in that 3-hour window. He bragged that he and Rabbi Walicki had a Zoom call with Charlie. Why? Because they said Charlie wanted them to help him with his talking points about Israel. Now, I have to say, Charlie was one of the most skilled debaters ever, like literally ever. Any person that I have seen actually debating on stage. I learned my debate cues.
I can delete the spam, Nemo. I can do that too.
They scheduled this call because he was in need of tips on debating from a rabbi over in Israel and Josh Hammer. But let's be real, I have no proof to the contrary because I wasn't on the Zoom call. And Josh made it clear multiple times that in his last conversation with Charlie, above anything else, was really interested in Josh's book. So much so that in his literal first tweet, after news broke that Charlie had in fact died, Josh manages to bring up his book. Not kidding. Here's his tweet. He writes this.
All right, this is what Josh Hammer did right after Charlie died. Obviously, that's a pic of him and Charlie. Says, I am speechless, devastated, and heartbroken. We spoke less than 24 hours ago. Charlie joked on how he was going to plug my book on this very tour. He was a very unique force, a generational leader. Pray for Charles' beautiful wife, their young, and their young children. Rest in peace, warrior. And then plugs his book. Oh, wait. Then he plugs his book.
Speechless, devastated, and heartbroken. We spoke less than 24 hours ago. Charlie joked how he was going to plug my book on this very tour.
Good thing that was a joke, Josh. Good thing that was a joke, Josh Hammer.
Charlie's beautiful wife and their young children. Rest in peace, warrior.
No, we know that's that's Junior.
Never forgets to plug his book. He never once forgot to plug his book.
Yes, sir.
After Charlie's death, he went.
Why wouldn't you be able to be?
Which is on the Global Jewish Channel, to discuss that last call with Charlie further with a host named Ollie. And here is what Josh says about his book.
We actually did speak for the last time less than 24 hours before the assassination happened. We had a Zoom call, a friend of mine, him, a couple of his producers. It was a small call. We were literally talking, above all, about the anti-Israel questions we expected to receive on this campus tour. We were kind of talking him through talking points and strategy and how to deal with...
This is also two people that were bashing Candace. These two men right here. Josh Hammer, and I can't remember who this guy is, but he's a Jew as well, and big against Candace for what she's investigating. He wants her to stop investigating. He thinks that she's no good.
These expected hostile questions, and you held up my book, Israel and Civilization, Ollie.
He held up my book. He keeps talking about his book.
Josh, when the Israel question comes up, I'm just gonna plug your book, Israel and Civilization, because I think that what you read in the book basically is how I feel as well, and that ends up being the last time that we spoke.
Well, you heard him. It's like Charlie's final wish is for you to buy Josh Hammer's book. I mean, it's like, hey, He literally says, like, the last thing he said to me actually
Sticker
was
what,
like, I'm just
Pat?
gonna
I missed
plug your
something?
book. What he wanted to do on his tour was just to plug Josh Hammer's book. And so
Sticker
sad I
up.
had the opportunity to plug Josh
Oh,
Hammer's book.
yeah,
Now, let's
yeah.
end this interview because
You need
he's going
to.
be asked more specifically about certain
You talking about
characters in
the
movement that are
chat
trying
sticker?
to quote, hijack Charlie's legacy by telling the truth. And remarkably, he is going to work, I swear, he's going to work in his book again. Take a listen.
Precisely as you mentioned, there have been people who, like Ian Carroll, and it pains me to mention her name, Candace Owens, because I know how close she was and maybe still is to Charlie. But at the end of the day, she's chosen to hijack his death right now to blame it on Israel. I mean, it's just so disturbing. But then you have the people who are sort of a bit more in the middle. Maybe I wouldn't even say in the middle, but they're teetering a bit. The Megyn Kellys, the Michael Knowles and others, kind of in this in-between. What do you think's going on there with them?
Yeah, look, I mean, we can talk about every commentator one by one, but I think it's kind of easier to make a few kind of generalizations, right? I think a lot of folks are kind of just trying to take their commentary to where they see the perceived momentum, especially among the younger generation.
Messi's
So I think a lot of it
19,
is
or
just
he'll be
kind of
19 this month.
stick your finger in the wind and try to see, where Gen Z is. And also really, I mean, above all, see kind of just where the Twitter algorithms are right now. I mean, it's very hard to look at someone like, let's take Matt Gaetz, okay? Matt Gaetz was a former Republican congressman from Florida. Now he hosts a show on One America News. Matt Gaetz and I were very friendly for a while, okay?
Yeah, he's 18 right now, but his Messi turns 19 this month.
I referred to my book as a battle max to save Western civilization. It was an extraordinarily kind segment. He was asking very intelligent questions. He clearly had read the book.
Except who is sponsoring our president, Carnage? I voted for Trump too, but who's backing him right now? And who is he backing? Seems like he's in favor of Israel.
Fuck. He was engaging with the material in it there.
Can we get this off the screen?
It's a term that
God damn,
has
Carnage.
origins, and he's had all sorts of horrible
Old
guests.
Cadbury.
I mean, does someone like that actually flip that quickly based on literally from March to June or July? No, of course not. I mean, it defies common sense. It defies reality. That's obviously not what's happening there. I think it's just profound cynicism. It's trying to kind of just play for clicks, play for money, and trying to kind of generate some viral clips to appease a small but very vocal and very online segment of the American right and of the American...
Yes, I've always said Nemo was like 16, 17. I couldn't because I don't know when his birthday is particularly, so I didn't know if he had a birthday or not. But
then accusing people of wanting money, it's just incredible as he's completely grifting off of Charlie's death by trying to promote his book as like Charlie's last wish. It's really amazing. Also, why does Michael Knowles...
That's also why I said 16 was the minimum age so that Nemo could squeak through.
Just randomly catch a stray? Like, what's Michael Knowles been up to that he's like now on their list? Michael Knowles, Megyn Kelly, they're listing them. That's coming next. Okay? Inevitably, it comes inward. I just want to be clear in case what he's saying is not registering to you correctly. So, white men, to the extent that...
What's the oldest they can be, Carnage? I don't know. However old they get before they die. However old you can get to before you die.
And work to serve, really his book, sell his book.
That's really all Josh Hammer is interested in. It seems like is selling his book.
You're cool. No one's going to call you an anti-Semite. Everything can be cool. To the extent that you, I don't know, maybe don't want to do that, you will be...
I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here.
Now, I will say that regarding Rabbi Walicki, I think he has...
Rabbi, whatever his name is, that used to be Charlie's pastor or rabbi, Charlie hadn't been attending that church in some time. Your message was deleted, Pat? Who... It never came through. YouTube must have deleted it, Pat. All I see is, Royal, can I be honest with you? And then sticker up. That's the only 2 messages I've seen. YouTube must have deleted it.
more of a
Addie, this is technically an older people channel.
conscience and soul than Josh Hammer. I haven't seen him promoting his book.
So if you're in here, just watch
He
and
doesn't lie as
don't
audaciously
be in
and as
the
repeatedly
chat
and
too much.
tweets nearly as neurotically as Josh Hammer does. But I want you to listen to what he had to say when asked whether or not Charlie was turning on Israel. Give us our hindsight 2020, Rabbi Waliki.
The wild conspiracy theories online on social media claiming that Israel and the Mossad are behind the assassination of Charlie Kirk because he was turning on Israel. Now, you spoke to
unsubscribing,
him just
Pat?
hours before his death. Did you feel that was?
I mean,
the
I don't
case,
know
that
what
was, in
he
fact,
tried to say.
turning on Israel?
Okay.
I never saw a
I
message.
was in touch
I
with
don't even
Charlie
have a
on a
message
daily
on my
basis
end that's
for months.
deleted.
And he certainly had
Like, it's not here.
some disagreements with Israeli policy, and he criticized
It would
Israel
say-
where he felt appropriate. He sometimes
It would say deleted message. It would say Pat's name and then deleted message, and then I would have to click it to view it, but I don't have it at all. So we didn't take it out, Pat. It wasn't me. It wasn't Messi. Messi's the only one that has a moderator right now. So I don't know. Text it to me then, because, yeah, it never came through. I mean, I can make Pat a moderator, Carnage. If he ain't leaving.
believed things like a lot of people do that are out there in the media, and that was really the substance of our relationship, was checking on things and finding out the truth. But that doesn't mean that he was immune to the negative sentiments that were out there, and there were a lot of people around him in the America First movement who were actively working on him to try to get him to turn on Israel. But the real answer to your question is the meeting that I had with him, and the entire purpose of the meeting, called by Charlie.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what it was, Pat, but YouTube didn't let it come through at all on my end. YouTube, like, it would have told me that, like, I literally can't see it at all. I don't even have a deleted message. The last deleted message I have, I think, is when Nemo or Messi timed you out about saying I believe I can fly. Yeah, it's the one that says believe. Here, look. I can show. I'll show you. I'll show you the chain. Look. This is the last deleted message on here.
And now we're driving our first mile. Omar, you ready to drive 1,000 miles? Are you sure we should do this?
No, Addy, you can't be a mod in here.
To our home for the next couple days. We have no idea how long it's going to take us to drive 1,000 miles, or maybe 1,000 miles. But this is our bedroom. It's nice. We got 3 beds, table, a bunch of seats.
It says, bro, can I be honest with you, bro? And it says sticker up. The only 2 messages I have from Pat there.
You're gonna kill Nick. And kill Nick. And my cup.
What makes this challenge so difficult is this bus is not
Yeah, I saw it. I just wanted to show that it's not here. You didn't see my message because it wasn't. It was deleted. But yeah, it's not anywhere up here. The only deleted message I have is literally the one that's up here that says I believe I can fly. Which, or there's that one too. These 2 as well. But the only deleted message is here, Pat. And see, this is the I believe I can fly message. So, I don't know why it didn't come through, but yeah, I'm going to check it in just a second.
was that he was going out on a campus tour. Utah was the first stop on his new campus tour. And what a lot of people in Israel do not realize, or in the pro-Israel community do not realize, is that between 40 and 50% of all of the questions and challenges that he would get on these campus tours were
Yes, I got it. Hold on, Pat.
Because the campuses, of course, have a lot.
Let me go look real quick. Yo, that's hilarious. I think they probably deleted it because it said Joe Biden. I bet they deleted it because it said Joe Biden. Yeah, I bet they deleted it because you put Joe Biden's name in it. I about guarantee they deleted it because you had Joe Biden's name in it. I'm about positive. Because you had Ho Biden's name in it, they deleted it.
A lot of anti-Israel sentiment.
Fucking crazy how they're trying to censor us. Where's our fucking First Amendment? Don't we have freedom of speech?
Israel. So he ended up being in a position where he was defending Israel all the time. And it drove him crazy because he wanted to talk about America. But he was defending Israel all the time. So
No, yeah, it wasn't deleted by anybody in here, Pat. I promise you. I promise you. And Noah, stop timing out James. But James, stop asking to be a mod. We don't ask for moderators. Noah has one right now, but that was really just me messing around with Nemo. I'm not sure if he's gonna keep it yet or not. I don't know what I'm gonna do as moderators on this channel yet. I haven't gone that far into it. This is the first stream, so. But yes, Carnage, we do. We all hate Ho Biden. But yeah, none of us deleted it.
Preparation for this new campus
YouTube
tour,
wouldn't let me
he called
see
a
it.
meeting of a few people that he trusted to talk about Israel issues.
I got Dr. Phil up here now.
The questions that he would be getting, the challenges that he would be getting on this campus tour, and to make sure that he had the truth and that he could formulate answers that he was comfortable with. If Charlie had turned on Israel, why would he even bother?
This is the rabbi that I had previously mentioned.
Why would he call a meeting with a few pro-Israel friends of his to talk through Israel issues, to make sure that his facts were straight and his talking points were straight so that he could defend Israel better? If he was turning on Israel, he would have had candid.
But we need to stand together and go against it, Messi. We as the people need to stand together and go against it. Like, before it's too late. Like, it's already getting really close to that point. So.
Owens and Tucker Carlson in the meeting, planning to throw Israel under the bus.
No, you
The
good,
entire
Pat. You
premise
good,
of
bro.
The meeting refutes that theory.
How you feeling about that?
Yeah, on this channel, Pat, I'm gonna be giving a whole lot more leeway to stuff, unless they're like complete obvious trolls. But if they're staying like on topic with their conversation and we're able to actually have dialogue, that's the point of this. We need to figure out how to find common ground with the people that don't think like us, so that we can band together and get Israel from being occupied in our country.
Now that you know that.
I don't know why Israel or Bibi Netanyahu cares a damn about anything. Let me put me back on screen. I don't know why Bibi Netanyahu has so much care and want on what people in America are saying, or what the politics in America. Like, that should have no bearing on Bibi Netanyahu. It ain't got shit to do with Israel. I know I'm not worried about a mod. I play especially. No, you good, Pat. Yeah, I can verify that we didn't delete that, or Messi didn't delete that. Like I said, I'm guessing it was because Ho Biden's name was in it, but YouTube wouldn't even let me see it. That's wild. That's wild. I'm kind of pissed about it because they should let me see the comments and let me choose whether or not I want to put them on the screen for everybody else to be able to read or not. No, yeah. I mean, and for now, that was just kind of a joke. But we'll see how the channel goes. Like, this is the first stream, so I'm going to get back into what we were talking about, though.
Charlie actually mentioned both Tucker and Candace 48 hours earlier, as they were trying to do what they always do, which is control who he's allowed to speak to, control who I was allowed to speak to back when I was within the Zionist movement and waking up and realizing something was dangerously wrong when they started to try to control my voice. It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable.
Because, yes, if we don't remember, Candace was a part of the Zionist movement. She was in mainstream media. Then they tried to silence her. And then she saw them trying to do that to Megyn Kelly, as they're trying to do that right now to Megyn Kelly, because she is still technically a part of it. As the same thing, they trying to do that to Charlie Kirk, and then he winds up dead. They're trying to do that to Tucker Carlson. They're calling everybody anti-Semitic. You know, you can call us anti-Semitic all you want. We're going to stand up for what's best over here. What's best for the American people in America. Not what's best for Israel.
On that. Now, I will say again, Rabbi Berlicki, more of a soul. He's at least acknowledging that something was going on, right? I don't think he would have been comfortable pulling the Josh. He was great. It was amazing. Buy my book, right? He loved every second. He's amazing. Oh, my God.
Pat, you're a fool, bro.
Wish he could have gone on. The one thing that hurt Charlie Kirk the most was that he would never be able to wear an IDF uniform. He just wanted to go fight for Israel. That's kind of the vibes that they were trying to put out there.
We'll see, Messi.
Is like,
Messi, we will see.
Pressure. Okay. He's saying it softly, but he's like, he was kind of needing to have a conversation to say he's not comfortable answering these questions anymore. Because he doesn't feel this way anymore. He realizes something is wrong. I told you he was particularly worried that Israel was infringing upon speech in America. I have text messages to that effect. Okay, so there's no undoing that. He was aware that they had lost the PR war, and it was.
Hey, I hear you, Messi. I don't know why.
That he was seen as Rabbi.
Let this happen a few streams in. We'll get there, Messi. We'll get there. People will start coming more into the stream the more I do this stream. So the more I go live on it, the more it'll grow attention and garner more people into the chat. So it's bound to happen. It's not about if it will happen, Messi. It's about when it will happen. So at some point, there'll be those conversations being had in here. This is literally the first stream on this channel. So it's got to get its way up there. You can ask Pat how many times me and him live. Me with Pat in the chat before anybody came into any of our streams. It was wild, man. It literally took about half of the football season before we started actually getting people coming in the stream. But that's besides the point.
Accurately states as is.
Hopefully, because we already have a group of people that are here, maybe it'll build here faster. I have a feeling that if we can stay a consistent group coming into this stream on lives, that YouTube won't have no choice but to be able to push it in the algorithm. Because people are wanting to watch it. So, we'll see.
Person who just defends Israel, especially when what they are doing is so plainly immoral. It was starting.
Israel's committing genocide.
Of Charlie, right? And Charlie, like I said, when he got into this, like when I got into this, we were genuinely pro-Israel. There was not payment that was coming in. Was I ignorant? Yes. I've owned that 1,000 times. I thought it's not a relevant topic.
That was part of the promotion, though, Messi. That was partially because of all the promotion that I've been putting into trying to get people to join this channel. So, just like today while I was at work, I was talking to another person that was a customer, or it was a tenant at an apartment complex that I lived at. We were having a conversation. I gave him my channel. He also went and subbed to the channel. So, I told him I would be live tonight. I don't know whether he was going to come in or not, but here we are, so.
It makes sense. You know, the low-hanging arguments make sense. Why can't they have their own country? Whatever. I thought which was BLM. He was always genuine. And I think, as I said, he was genuinely over it towards the end because of Jewish behavior. His words, not mine, leading into the stereotypes of Jewish behavior.
And Carnage, I will try your little suggestion. What up, Jalen Season? What's good? What's good? Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. Yes, we're doing all right. Just trying to get the new channel up and going. Trying to get people coming in. I'm going to probably go live on the other channel as well right now, as Carnage suggested. And try and funnel people from there to here. So, because we get plenty of people that want to come into that channel and want to talk about these conversations. So, where are you at now? Where y'all at now? Alright. But, plug this phone in. Let me get it set up. Give me a few minutes. I'll get that phone turned on, and then we will be live on both channels so that I could try to bring some people over here.
Okay? And when he bullied, he was being bullied. They knew that he was being bullied.
Stop stereotyping yourself, Nemo. You're putting yourself in a stereotype, Nemo.
And yet, they want us to believe that less than 48 hours before he died, Charlie announces that.
All right, yo, here are some messages and text from Charlie Kirk. Less than 48 hours before he died. Charlie Kirk just lost another huge Jewish donor. $2 million a year because we won't cancel Tucker. I'm thinking of inviting Candace. Somebody then commented, somebody on that text chain. That is not Charlie's text. And then Charlie then says, Jewish donors play into all of the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied by this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. And then somebody else comments, please do not, she has their names blacked out on this list. She wasn't exposing their names now, but some of them have been exposed already. Please do not invite Candace. That might feel good short term, but it is really not good long term. In my opinion, like all groups, you're going to get a wide variety of opinions. That nasty free will thing that God bestowed upon us makes life frustrating at times. After the dust settles a bit, maybe. Like, this is Israel. This is Charlie Kirk less than 48 hours before he got murdered, saying that he was about to be leaving the Israel movement, the Israel cause, the pro-Israel cause. And then less than 48 hours later, he's murdered.
He announces that he has no choice but to abandon the pro-Israel cause because of Jewish donors and their behavior living up to these stereotypes. And despite this frustration, 48 hours earlier, the following day, he decided to have that smaller audience with two Jewish individuals who were on that chat and were aware that he was angry. But this conversation was not going to be a follow-up or in relation to what he had just expressed hours earlier to them both, but rather he was just like a super fan of Josh's book. He's like, gosh, this book is amazing. I want to get on the phone with the author. What a wonderful opportunity to speak to the author. I love this. Tell me how you come up with this idea for the book. I want to hear more. And also, I'd like to strategize on how to deal with the questions that are coming at me using and promoting your book. That's what Josh wants us to believe, at least.
Hey, give me 1 second, chat. I'm going to leave Candace talking. I'm going to put the background up, though, so the TV ain't on it.
I'm done. To like, hey, love ya, how can I be of more service to you? And then in that exact same day, he was texting people saying they are going to kill me. On the same day that he's on this Zoom call, as a fact, this night Zoom call, as Josh says it was at night, and the New York Post reported, I think, right, but it was at night. That at the same time, that same day, he's texting people saying they are going to kill me. And we are supposed to deduce from this that by they, what he really meant was Tyler Robinson. He meant they, them, duh. Like a non-binary person or trans person, they were going to kill him. That was what he had a feeling about. Everything else is just completely irrelevant. He just had a sense, a premonition that a trans person was going to get him. Do you believe that? Do you buy any of that? And I want to say this. I was speaking to somebody earlier about how interesting it is that none of us, and I'm saying none of us, I'm talking about Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, myself, when we were speaking honestly and accurately about what Charlie was
like that,
through,
Messi?
and how he was being bullied and how he was under pressure, and Megyn even spoke about it first.
We want you to join our stream.
By the way, Megyn, you should probably tell people who those individuals are. We never once said that Israel killed Charlie Kirk. I've never said
I
that
am.
because
I'm
of
saying
this
it, Candace.
action by the following on the show. I
Candace,
don't have any evidence.
Candace, I'm going to say it for you. Israel and the Zionist movement killed Charlie Kirk. That's my opinion. Prove me wrong.
Of that. It doesn't serve me to make up a narrative that I can't prove, right? Why would I say that? What I will say is that I am uncomfortable with how many lies people that support Israel have been telling in the wake of his death. That has been almost the only compelling argument that Israel had anything to do with it.
Damn,
the way
Pat,
they're
you've
acting
turned
right now.
Spanish on us.
Like Bibi Netanyahu, the propaganda, the lies. The
No
conspiracy.
Espanol.
None of this was necessary. Nobody thought when this first happened, this is 100% Israel. 100%. This happened in Mormon country. How come there were no Mormon people, no Mormon presidents coming out and saying, I just want to be clear that we didn't kill Charlie Kirk 24 hours after he died. Because that's what Bibi did.
That
How
is
come there
what
were no
Bibi
Mormon
Netanyahu did.
people that
Bibi
started-
Netanyahu 20. I'm going to look that up real quick before we continue. Bibi. All right, I'm gonna try to pull that speech out. All right, here we go. This is Bibi Netanyahu, or however you pronounce his damn name, 24 hours after the murder of Charlie Kirk.
Joseph Goebbels, the Nazi propaganda minister, said that the bigger the lie, the faster it will spread.
Welcome in,
Well,
Mom.
somebody has fabricated a monstrous big lie that Israel had something to do with Charlie Kirk's horrific murder. This is insane.
24 hours after Charlie Kirk died, how many people heard that it was Israel? Within that first 24 hours, how many people did you hear fabricating that story? Or are we still all set on what the FBI and Kash Patel was telling us? Because at this point, they hadn't even caught the original said killer, as in Tyler Robinson. And then you got Bibi Netanyahu going on here less than 24 hours after he gets murdered, saying, I don't know who's blaming us, but I'm telling you, it ain't us. It ain't Israel. It's a propagandist lie. Get the fuck out of here.
It is false. It is outrageous. Charlie Kirk was a giant, a once-in-a-century talent who defended freedom, defended America, defended our common Judeo-Christian civilization. Charlie loved Israel. He loved the Jewish people. He told me so in a letter that he sent me just a few months ago. One of my greatest joys as a Christian, he said, is advocating for Israel and forming alliances with Jews to protect Judeo-Christian civilization. He encouraged me to make the case directly to the American people about how vital Israel is to U.S. national security. He told me, the Holy Land is so important to my life, it pains me to see support for Israel slip away. Now, if Charlie disagreed with a policy of mine or a decision here and there, not only did I not mind, I welcomed it. This is the essence of Charlie. This is the essence of a free country. It's exactly what Charlie stood for.
A free country. What you don't run. You don't run a free country, BB.
And I knew that his suggestions always came from the heart, from his love for Israel and from his love for the Jewish people. A few weeks before his death, I spoke to Charlie.
Clearly, he didn't mention the Zionists.
I invited him to visit Israel again.
We all know Bibi Netanyahu's last name is not even his real last name. We know when he was younger, he was arrested for war crimes and spent time in Palestinian prisons.
That won't happen. Now some are peddling these disgusting rumors, perhaps out of obsession, perhaps with Qatari funding. What I do know is this: Charlie Kirk was a great man, and a great man deserves honor, not lies. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. May your memory be a blessing.
That was him less than 24 hours after Charlie Kirk's death, going on there saying, you know it wasn't us. It wasn't us. It wasn't Israel. We didn't do it. That's a propagandist lie.
Operation
Back to
Mormon
Candace.
pastor or president feeling the need to baselessly attack me. I was actually on the Mormons. I've been on the show calling them out by name, saying who was doing what. Mormons were not offended by that at all because they want to know if somebody is corrupt and had something to do with this. They want to know if their church was involved in this. That's a normal response. Not to say it definitely wasn't us, but rather to say, I'm on this journey. I want to know who killed Charlie Kirk too, and I'm therefore going to support Candace's efforts to find out. Exact opposite of what Israel is doing, right? That is the one disturbing fact about people that support Israel, their behavior, to put it in a way that Charlie put it.
Facts.
Take a little bit of a break here. Throw to some of our sponsors. I always tell you guys about
We ain't taking breaks.
20%.
We ain't taking
When
breaks.
the say
Skip over the
was
sponsors.
speaking about,
Her sponsors don't sponsor
the
me.
anxiety that Charlie
We
Kirk
ain't-
was going
we
through.
ain't
I say
sharing
this
her
first and foremost
sponsors.
because I felt this way at previous companies. They are amazing people that work at Turning Point USA. That would
Alright, so no, she's talking about Turning Point
and that's
USA.
what sucks when corporate people at the top take a direction. Those people get no say, right? This investigation is being assisted by Turning Point USA, not the execs, but Turning Point people on the ground, people that they don't even think about, smaller employees. Like, they deeply care about what has happened. They deeply care about finding answers regarding what happened to Charlie Kirk. And so we never want
Get to
to
talking.
paint a broad picture that this is Turning Point. To the
What's
top.
your opinions on
There's no
this so
certainty
far,
about,
Nemo?
and somebody was saying, you know, what if what you're doing destroys Turning Point USA? And I said, you know what? This is what I always say. If the truth is capable of destroying your company, the truth.
I agree with this. If the truth comes out and it destroys Turning Point USA, that means Turning Point USA was doing dirty ass shit after Charlie died. Like, I'm sorry. If I was Turning Point USA, I would want to be releasing everything to show anybody that's coming at me. I'd be like, no, look, here's the evidence. Look, shit ain't me. Shit ain't us. We ain't the ones that did this. We are not responsible. No, they're not doing that. They're staying fucking quiet. Just recently have we had two people from Turning Point USA come on and actually talk about it, but it took Candace sharing those tweets 48 hours before he died to get them to even say anything. Other than that, they were trying to deny Candace at all. Now they have had to start acknowledging her because she's putting receipts out there.
And does your company deserve to exist? Think about that. If I'm like, if people learn the truth.
No, yes. Charlie Kirk's wife is like the lead right now, but you do think that she's really the one doing all of the stuff with the donors and stuff? Charlie had people doing that. He had his team, his management team that did all of that. Charlie was busy. Charlie did 168 days a year on tour. Charlie was never home to do this. He was always on campuses. 168 dates a year. Or very close to that. At least 108. I think it was 180. And then he toned it back to 160 something. And his wife the whole time was at home with the kids. While he was on the road, going to colleges, going to press conferences, going to interviews, going on to TV shows. He was always on the road. That's literally half the year. The other half of the year, he's going to spend damn near traveling to those dates. So, the team that he had ahead of him that was doing all of that, his management team, is who is still in control with the say-so of Charlie Kirk's wife, Aaron Kirk. But what they don't tell Aaron Kirk don't know. So, Yes, she is the chairwoman of Turning Point USA, but I don't think that she's the one that's making all the decisions. Like, she gets to make the decisions that the management team that Charlie had lets her in on. Because you know that there's people handling a lot of the business for them. But yes, I agree. At this point, it does look like Turning Point USA is being a pawn for Bibi Netanyahu or the Zionist movement or the pro-Israel. Like, it definitely looks that way.
About how Candace Owens treats her employees. Candace Owens isn't going to have a career. If people learn the truth about what Candace Owens does in the weekends, it will destroy her career. Like, that probably means that you're not a good person or you're not a good company.
Nemo, you need to be at least 45 years old to become president.
If the truth,
if I'm not mistaken.
I've heard this argument over and over. I've never been fearful, and obviously I'm kind of constantly going through a public X-ray of my life. People examine me. I'm never fearful because I think I'm a decent person, right? I live honorably. Do I make mistakes? Yes, I own my mistakes immediately, and I will be very quick to apologize to people when I get things wrong. But I'm not an evil person. Nowhere near an evil person, and I always try to be honest. And so, do not concern yourselves with people.
Is it 35? I got you. I knew it was either 35 or 45. I knew it was one of them.
That feel threatened by truth, right? That's ridiculous. Anyway, speaking of which, obviously you can see right now the Zionist lobby hates me and Tucker Carlson. It is
You're a
like
fool,
nothing
Nemo. You're a
anybody
fool.
has ever seen in their lives. This past year, they've really upped the ante on trying to destroy me and Tucker Carlson. The hatred is deep, it's sinister, it's evil, and they have sent virtually every foot soldier that they have available to attack us repeatedly. Right, attack us repeatedly. Make videos. People, it's confusing. What is it? Is she lying? Why is she saying this? Is this the right time? It's actually getting quite boring, I think. It's a little boring. I would almost describe their strategy as blitzkrieg. I don't want to be accused of being a Nazi for using these two German words, blitzkrieg. But it has been something like bombardment and a bombardment.
I mean, absolutely, Jalen. Absolutely, brother. I mean, just think of the JFK. Who was the president after JFK got assassinated? Lyndon B. Johnson, LBJ. Who was LBJ? He was a Zionist. He was part of the Zionist movement. What was JFK trying to do? He was trying to get the Zionists to register on an immigrant or a federal agent immigrant list. He was literally arguing with the priest and the prime minister of Israel about this. JFK and the prime minister of Israel were going back and forth in negative conversations because the prime minister didn't want them to have to register on this list. JFK was trying to push this. Then JFK gets assassinated. What happens? Lyndon B. Johnson goes and undoes everything that JFK was trying to do. And then he goes, you had a friend in the USA with JFK. You have an even greater friend with me, because Lyndon B. Johnson was damn near part of Israel. He was raised by his aunt who was pro-Israel or was Israel. It is absolutely crazy how long our government and our country has been occupied by these people that do not have America and the people that are from and live in America's best interest at heart. That's why we need to get all people from America to come together so that we can take our country back. Because that's what we need to do. We need to take our country back over. We need to unoccupy it from these foreign agencies that are not looking out for our best interest.
This morning, they sent out Dinesh D'Souza after me. Very convincing, by the way. He sent out a tweet to convince people that they shouldn't watch me. He said, I can't comment.
Oh, and Mr. Beast, that's my face.
Concert this weekend.
That's me
Jason Aldean. Last name when we went to his concert.
as Uncle Sam. That's me as Uncle Sam. That's an AI picture that I had put together earlier today for the thumbnail, but it makes a good background too, don't it?
Freak show. It's like driving on the highway and seeing a farmer having sex with a sheep.
We want you
To look, but you
to come join our stream.
The problems begin.
All right, let me
when you
back
try
up a
to
little bit here
analyze
'cause
it.
I'm missing this
It's
text, this
actually
tweet.
quite boring.
Here, I'm gonna put it up on the screen.
It's a little boring. I would almost describe their strategy as blitzkrieg. I don't want to be accused of being a Nazi using these two German words, blitzkrieg. But it has been something like bombardment, and this morning they sent out Dinesh D'Souza after reading. Very convincing, by the way. He sent out a tweet to convince people that they shouldn't watch what he said. I can't comment on Candace because it's quite obviously a freak show. It's like driving on the highway and seeing a farmer having sex with it.
Noah, let our regulars who are decent, if they're dumb in the chat, there's one thing. But if they can actually have, all right, so Noah, if they can come in and they can have an actual conversation with us and are doing good things in the chat and having the open dialogue with us, that's one thing. But
Basically, he said she's not going to drop the charges because someone doesn't need to get away with something like that.
I mean, you kind of.
But yes, we do need a maturity level in this chat because we do want to have real conversations as this chat grows along. We want this to be an open dialogue, open conversation, similar to what Charlie did on his campus tours. Obviously, I'm not no damn Charlie Kirk. I don't have every insight that he has. But that's why I need some of y'all as well, so y'all can also come in with your talking points, because the more opinions, the better. If we could find our way to finding a common ground for everybody to stand on, where we can come and militarize ourselves as a nation and take our country back from being occupied, then that's what we need to be able to do.
The sheep. You don't want to look, but you can't look away either. The problems begin when you try to analyze it. It is what it is. I love that Ishara.
Did you know that not only Charlie Kirk's wife had insurance on him, but he had sponsors that had insurance? Dude, it's absolutely crazy how deep this is gonna get, Jalen. Absolutely crazy.
Ali replies and says, this is what I mean. These are the people who are supposed to be combating Candace Owens. Instead, they tweet stuff like this. Yeah, hi Dinesh. Kind of weird, man. We cannot relate. I gotta tell you, if I ever was in this awful scenario where I saw...
James is older. James is absolutely older. James is older.
A farmer trying to have sex with a sheep, I feel very much that I can not only look away, but I can call the police, okay? So if that's kind of what you're selling, you know how, like, when you can't look away from bestiality? Dinesh, you want to know your opinion on me, not what's on your laptop and how they maybe blackmailed you, okay? That's not what we're interested in, Dinesh D'Souza. And he's like, well, I said that as a joke. You didn't mean it as a joke. You meant it seriously, and it was weird.
There's only
how
one
weird very
person on the
quickly.
live stream.
No, there's not. As you can see, more than that talking. Look.
It's like a complete boomerang. But yeah, they're really
Because
starting
these
to scrape
people
the
are
bottom of
all
the
in
barrel,
here.
Why did it only say
finding
one?
people
Because it's dumb.
and there's some weird stuff. So I'm saying, Dinesh D'Souza, he thought that that was going to be relatable and convince people, yeah, I totally relate. You know, it's like, you could just can't look away from that stuff when you see it. That did not happen. That did not happen. Now, because they are seriously increasing and being...
You can just do this.
I go.
It's copyright.
It's different. All right. So, as far as like timeouts, we want to be open, be able to have real conversations in the chat. So we want, and to get the growth of the channel messy, we will have to have people in here so that it does push the algorithm. the more people that are in here, the algorithm will push it more. Once we get to where we're having decently large crowds, then we can start weeding out the immature young people, because we want to have real conversations. But unfortunately, until we actually get ourselves to a level where if we take people out, we're not a dead chat, like, we want to be able to have mature conversations in here. So we also need to have respect as well for each other. Because if we don't have some type of respect, even if we disagree with each other, we have to have some type of underlying respect, because we want to find a middle ground. Because we need the people of the USA to come and stand together, because that's the only thing that's allowing these other countries to come into our country and occupy our country like this, because they're keeping us, the people, divided. We need to not be divided as people. We need to come together. The government doesn't want the people together. That's why they have a right and a left. There is no right and a left. There's a right and a wrong. But what we need to find is that common ground, so that we can all stride towards that same direction, which is the betterment of USA and the betterment of the people for USA. Because that's where we are. Because we don't need to only think of this country for us. We need to think of this country for our children, for our grandchildren. What are they going to be dealing with when they get older, as they become adults, as our children or our grandchildren? We need to have a world where we can still exist. And this is the country that we're from. So this is where we need to make it happen.
I would almost say erratic in their behavior, obsessive, erratic, neurotic. There is a real risk here, right? I do not accept, and neither do you guys, that Charlie Kirk lost his life because he really pissed off the trans lobby. It terrifies me to think that on the day that Charlie died, I got multiple phone calls from people who said that me and Tucker should lay low because we're also on the list. And they never told us who specifically told them that, by the way. Now I'm wondering why they never told us who specifically told them that. I called Tucker, I'm like, I'm hearing the same thing I'm hearing, that they're saying that we're next. And now I go, was that supposed to be a threat to me and Tucker?
Hold up, what did she just say? What did she just say?
That seems to be the circumstance.
Hold up. Make sure the volume's up. I want to make sure you guys can hear it and understand what she's saying, too.
Like a complete boomerang. But yeah, they're really starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel, finding people, and there's some weird stuff. So I'd say, I think Dinesh D'Souza, if he thought that that was going to be relatable and convince people, yeah, it's really great. Yeah, it's like you just can't look away from that stuff when you see it. That did not happen. Now, because they are seriously increasing and being, I would almost say, erratic in their behavior, obsessive, erratic, neurotic, there is a real risk here, right? I do not accept, and do you guys, that pissed off the trans lobby. It terrifies me to think that on the day that Charlie died, I got multiple phone calls from people who said that me and Tucker should lay low because we're also on the list. And they never
Why are they telling Candace and Tucker to lay low? Because they're on the list. Like, they're gonna come kill Candace and Tucker next? Or is that what? Like, I believe that they probably do have bounty, like a hit out on their, like a bag on them. I believe Candace, Megan, and Tucker probably all do also have a bag on them. It's absolutely absurd.
Told us who specifically told them that, by the way. Now I'm wondering why they never told us who specifically told them that. I called Tucker, I'm like, I'm hearing the same thing I'm hearing, that they're saying that we're next. And now I go, was that supposed to be a threat?
That is a threat, Candace. That is a threat.
To have us watch the public execution of a friend of ours, and then to call us and to say, you should lay low for a little bit. because you guys we're hearing that you guys are on a list. Is that supposed to be a threat? Because why wouldn't you be more forthcoming with exactly who you heard that from? And I said, I remember saying, I was like, did the feds say this?
Everybody,
You said this
Messi,
specifically. Why are
everybody.
they calling me and Tucker? Why am I calling Tucker and telling you about this? And I did. I'll tell you that. David Charlie Kirk was shot. This really happened. And I'm coming out of the grief stage and realizing I think that was an element of this. To send a signal, to shoot him in the throat. Right? To say, we took out his voice and real. These people that we are fighting are dangerous, okay? Do not underestimate them. They are dangerous and they are gaudy.
They are
and
strategic.
They're increasingly desperate.
And they are making it look like the blame is going elsewhere.
In this way are not people that you wanna play with, right? People are nervous. Everyone is feeling it. And that's why I decided that I don't know what's gonna happen, okay? I don't know how many days I have on this planet. I do know what I'm fighting for. And I do know that this life is not it. It's not. I'm telling you guys, it's not. People that want you to believe that it is. People that pulled you away from your faith in the first place. As I'm trying to demonstrate to you, did it because they knew they could further enslave you. They want you to be fearful of death.
Read your Bible,
They
Nemo.
want you to think it's it. They want you to think it's lights out. And then
He describes and explains when.
Because then they can get you to do things to guard what you
I mean,
have in
the
this
things that
life.
are Nemo, the things that are happening in our country and around us right now, they look awfully eerie to what he describes in the Bible.
Follow their rules, to do things that you know are wrong because you need the money. It indoctrinates you into their matrix. What I wanted to do, as I discussed yesterday, and which got picked up, was to create a kill switch, right? To realize that Kanye was kind of right. Never too late to say that Kanye was right. Kanye said that in order to be free, you had to violate these contracts. You had to recognize that your voice is being controlled. And Kanye did just that. It was really an act of bravery to free himself. But I have no doubt
What up,
that some
Backshots?
people that were torturing Kanye, some people that were torturing Charlie Kirk, Kanye died today would be the first to eulogize. I feel that. I feel that. I think it's important to share that information, as Kanye sent me all the messages, people who were threatening him, I have them all, to information share with Max Blumenthal, with people, people all over the place, to send a package and say, if anything happens to me and it looks suspicious, release it all. You know? It's not even about having an opposite and equal reaction. I want it to be an unequal reaction.
He's talking about Kanye West and how, with what he has said, that he has released packages to different people so that if he were to be killed, to release that information so that people know who killed him.
Mistake, because people catalyzes people waking up and learning.
Every day, Nemo? Don't be lying now. Don't be lying now, Nemo. You don't go every day. You don't go to church every day.
Exactly how this matrix works. And Alex Jones brought this up on his show, my kill switch. Here's what he had to say.
What does she lay the traps for him? She comes out and says, yeah, Charlie was calling me.
Well, that's 2 days.
You know, again, and all the rest of it. And
Alex Jones, is that who this
really
is?
concerned about the Israel lobby coming after him. And they said, you're a liar. Charlie doesn't like you. Charlie didn't like you. Charlie didn't call you. He didn't text you. And so she let him set up for a few weeks and then released it. The text. And then she said, yeah, he was really upset with the Israel lobby and said he was breaking with them entirely. He wouldn't be bullied by them. And at least before he was killed, they said, you're a liar. That's not true. So she released those 2 days ago. Now she says she has the proof, and it's text messages, that he feared for his life in the 2 days and the day before he was killed. And predictably, they're already saying it. She's a liar. And then she's going to release those. And she's also sent out the dead man switch, just like James O'Keefe did to myself and a few others right before he released the stuff on Prince Andrew, which is dangerous, by the way, proving that he indeed raped the girls and covered it up. People are like, we already know that. How's that daring? Oh, you're going to release total proof on the King of England's brother? Yeah, that's dangerous. So those of you saying O'Keefe doesn't risk his life and all the stuff he's been through and been arrested and indicted and raided, try putting on issues for a while before you sit around saying that he didn't do anything. Man's a champion. But the point is that this is a real dead man switch. She has sent out it to the Tate brothers, Dave Smith, Max Blumenthal, Tucker Carlson, and others. Well, I'm trying to get her on for weeks. I'm a little bummed out she didn't send it to me. Because I'd like to stand with her, but we do stand with her. So they're already out saying she's a liar. She's going to release that. Now, this doesn't prove Israel killed it or a lobby around that. Because I've seen no evidence. They said the security details.
Y'all stop arguing.
They weren't. It was just the first knee-jerk reaction. I said, you can certainly say Israel is a suspect. I said, I need to see proof. We need to figure out the ballistics and who really shot him and all that before we then, start saying, okay, motive. I mean, you can always look at motive, but first, with the forensic situation, are they covering it up? What's the ballistics? That's just where I am. I'm not going to just say something because people think it. But when she releases this, she's got it. Make no mistake. Just like she keeps bringing the goods, and she just sets the hook with the worm on it, and puts the mousetrap out with the cheese on it, and they come out and say, you're a liar. And she goes, boom. You're a liar, boom. You're a liar, boom. You're a liar, boom. Bam. The show. And she'll let them, for a week or so kind of stew and say she's a liar, and then she'll just release it. And then what she's saying is, you kill me, it doesn't matter, it's coming out. And the word is, he specifically thought Israel was going to kill him. Even when Michael Savage first, a few months ago, said, Netanyahu needs to go on my show. During the break, he goes, man, I hope Mossad doesn't kill him. Bruce saw it. It was on the feed. He didn't say it was off record. But it was during the break. So, there are a lot of groups who want Charlie killed. He was defeating the Democrats, and TVUSA got over 2.5 million people to vote conservatively for Trump. Was moving the needle big time, more than anybody with young people on colleges. So I see them as the motive. They said we want Charlie dead. They said they celebrated when he was dead. You had like 6 Trantifa say Charlie will be dead tomorrow. Then they said, see, we told you, and that was in the town. So we got Trantifa, the tranny Antifa, running around and engaged in all sorts of violence everywhere. So I was like, okay, yeah, that fits.
To get the picture, I think, and he goes on to explain how we all feel, which is like genuinely we had no proof and no rhyme or reason to think or suspect Israel whatsoever. It's really just been this insane behavior of covering up and lying that
nobody's attacking them, Carnage. It's just you and Pat going back and forth, which is also pointless. Y'all don't need to go back and forth. All right, we're gonna get back in it. What? No, yeah, Madison. This is a new channel, so like Noah just got a moderator on this. He's the only one right now on this channel that has a moderator wrench. But I haven't decided long term where I'm going with the moderators on this channel yet, because I want to make sure that the maturity level, I want to make sure that the stomach level, that everything can coincide with how the channel needs to be ran, because I want to be able to have open conversations with grown-ups and young adults that are the future of this country, but where they think, how they think, where we can come to a common ground so that we as Americans can find a way to make America back favor for its American people. Because right now, America's not in favor for its American people. It's occupied. It's been occupied for probably 70 plus years now. And that they're just not looking out for us as the people. So we, the people, need to look out for each other. But we're talking right now about the Charlie Kirk murder and Candace Owens' investigation into the Charlie Kirk murder.
That's the reality. And by the way, questioning things doesn't mean that we have any proof that that happened, which is why we've been actually reticent to say that. But they're not acting right. And gut means something. They're not acting right. None of them are acting right. That's not just Turning Point USA execs, and I've tried.
Yeah, like I said, there's going to be people. There's going to be people that come into this channel, as it is a political and religious channel, that will disagree with us. We need to find out why they think the way they think, so that we can find a place to come to a common ground. We don't have to agree or support everything that they do in their life. That's not what we're here for. We need to find a way to just bring the people together, because that's what this country needs. Is it does not need its people divided, it needs its people together. That's the only way it's going to work, is when the people come together to correct what's been wrong in their country for so long.
Oh, everyone's great, well, whatever, grieving, and give them time, and then it just got to a place where I said, you know, this feels like something else. I don't know why they're telling little lies, and little lies only exist to cover up bigger lies. Anyways, you guys, all of that, I also do want to add here, show you a clip before we get to some of your comments. It's also very good to not extend to everyone that is Jewish the viewpoints of this very radical sect that has a lot of power in America.
Exactly.
Josh Hammer don't get fired when they explicitly express that, you know, they hate white people, whatever.
And I don't mind young people being on the channel, but we do need to be of at least a certain age, because we need to speak to the youth as well, because not only do we need to come together as a people, we need to make sure that the future of our country is good for our children, is good for our grandchildren, and so on and so forth. So we need to find a way to come together and then stay together. So we do need to speak to the youth as well, because the youth are the future. So if we want to have this country have a bright future, we need to make sure that the youth is guided into the right direction.
It's like, okay, on your resume, that's not the people, you know this, that you went to school with. Like, I grew up around the Dave Smiths of the world, right? And I always say I'm grateful that I did, because when you engage into politics, what you see is so ugly that you just go, oh my gosh, like, coming into stereotypes. You're living up every stereotype. But what you're seeing is the stranglehold of AIPAC. It is a political organization. And I always say, look at any lobby in DC, it'll make you hate someone, right? Pharmaceutical lobby will make you hate the pharmaceutical companies. The Jewish lobby will make you hate Jews. The Black Caucus will make you hate Black people. And so people that go to DC are incredibly corrupt. Money rules them, and they become powerful. Power corrupts, absolutely. It's just good to remember that. And I found myself wanting to show you this joke. This is a comedian, John Marco Cerezi, who is Jewish, and just he's making fun. This is what comedians do, making fun of himself. Makes everybody feel better. Just remember that there are people that are not like Josh Hammer. That's kind of the point I want to get across. Listen to this very funny joke by John Marco Cerezi.
I celebrated most of the major Jewish holidays growing up.
Oh, this is that comedian.
Because you get to read it at the table, and then that's the story where the Jews, we were enslaved by the Pharaoh, and then Moses made the plagues happen, and then we escaped, and we crossed the desert for 40 years. I liked it because it made Jews seem cool, but that was also kind of confusing, because I was like, okay, how did we go from crossing the desert to now?
Yeah, I mean, Pat, you know Carnage is gonna rage bait. Like, that's what he does. That's why his name is Carnage. Just don't buy into it. All right, Madison. Have a good night. Stay blessed.
Really frail. And I didn't know. I didn't understand until one day I went on vacation to Miami with my very Jewish girlfriend, and the moment we got to the beach, she was like,
I told you, Junior, Man 52, you're gonna have to change your name, brother. You're gonna have to change your name.
It's like a desert out here. And I was like, oh my God. What is you?
I'm not gonna ban you, Man 52, but you gotta change your name. There's only one Carnage.
Have been exaggerating this entire fucking time. We got stuck in traffic on the way there. My girlfriend was like, let my people go.
We will be talking about that as well, Carnage. We will be talking about Portland and Chicago, by the way. Portland and Chicago. I can pull that up. I mean, this is getting close to the end. Yeah, she's about to go into talking about sponsors. All right, so I'll skip this comedian part of this. I'll pull up some of the Portland stuff here real quick. We probably got about another 30 minutes or so before we end the stream. But I'm going to pull up the Portland protest. All right, let's find somebody that's live right now. I may have to go on X. To find the actual live stream. No, yeah. He'll accept you in, but he wants you to stop doing your wrongdoing. And become a man of Christ or a woman of Christ. Exactly. I'm gonna have to pull up the Portland protest over here. Hold up. I gotta go on X to get it. Alright. Yes, that's correct. Alright, so Portland protest. I think I might have to look up, trying to think of her name. Honey Badger, I think is her name. She's always on the ground live. Let's see if Honey Badger is live. Says Oregon journalist. Hold on, go back. Oregon journalist Shelley Bouffachet speaks out after being attacked by leftist extremists in the Portland state of Oregon. This is Honey Badger. This is someone who is always live on the ground at the Portland protest.
And I could tell that they were going to target her. Hi, my name is Shelley Bouffachet, and I am a photojournalist and on-the-ground reporter for The Publica. Started working in 2016 for my local newspapers. As a photojournalist, I was a stay-at-home mom, so it was a part-time job, and I really enjoyed what I was doing. I always wanted to do that job, but was a mom first.
Man 52, stop talking about other people in the chat. Find a way to talk about the content, or find another place to go.
Going down in Portland in 2020 with several other journalists.
Alright, I'll get him. Hold on. Give me 1 second, chat. I gotta go let the dog in. Yeah, leave him alone. He's fine then. Stay on your side of the house and you won't have to worry about it. Alright, get back into it.
During the riots, during 100 days.
They are riots, absolutely, Carnage.
A couple days ago, because I knew that there was an encampment there. I saw, of course, what I would consider the usual people, a lot of young people in what they call black bloc, head to toe, black clothes with, they cover their hands, they wear boots, they cover all their tattoos. I was talking to some of the football players at PSU, and I looked over my shoulder, and it was a woman.
By the way, Man 52, I timed you out for 10 minutes because Pat and Carnage can talk and speak to themselves. You don't need to come in here and join in on the chat. Like, talk about what the content is or something else, and you need to change your name.
Dressed in black, that
I've already told you multiple times, there's only room for one carnage in the chat.
I covered her in a trial. She was a defendant. I knew who she was, and I knew she knew who I was. I turned around, and there was a group of Antifa in block walking up on us, and I could tell that they were going to target me. They started yelling at me to get the F out of here. And there were several of them, and they're all over this park. And so I wasn't sure what to do, and I just kind of froze in my spot. I started to phone them. I let them know that I felt threatened. I pulled out my pepper gel spray that I carried with me for cases just like this. I've only ever had to use it once, and I just let them know that I had it and not.
Pat, I just got sick of him saying your name over and over again. It was damn near spam. He was damn near spamming your name.
To get any closer. Always have. Get away. What? If you get any closer, I'm going to take that as a threat. One of the men continued to get closer to me, kind of taunting me, wanting me to spray him. And they were saying, oh, spray me on camera, that's real smart. And one of them announced he had a bigger can of bear spray than what I had. And took it out and shook it and started walking towards me. And I said, you know, you better stay back. I'm not a big guy and standing up to these.
While she's at these protests in these most recent days, she's literally had to hire a bodyguard because she is on the ground at every one of these protests. They are really riots. Absolutely. All right, so I just wanted to give you an idea of who Honey Badger was. I'm going to try to find her page so that I can actually pull up her content, because if I'm not mistaken, she's probably going to be live right now, as she goes live every day down there by the ICE department. And she actually is not live right now, but I need to, if she's not, then who? I need to find the other person that is. Let me see if I can pull it up a little more now and actually find a live stream for the Portland protest. I know Trump was trying to shut it down, so I don't know if he was in fact able to, because, all right, here's a video. It's not a live stream. Here is a video of the Portland. Shit's wild, but there's all kinds of this. And during the days, it's not really that bad. But once nightfall happens, here's the ICE building right here. This is the ICE building that they just passed, that orange and white building. I'll show it again to you in just a second. Alright, so once the camera pans this direction, you will see the orange and white. It's actually boarded up because people have been breaking it. So that brown you see, that's all plywood. They had to plywood the bottom windows of the floor because of the riots. Alright, let me see if I can find a live stream now on here for these Portland protests, as they're calling it. Let me see. Type in live.
Yeah, that was really sweet. I think I'll go with it.
Cheap, dude.
Alright, so here, I think I found a live stream for the Portland protest.
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
I was gonna say you work really cheap, dude.
No, this isn't a live stream. I know this guy here. I know he got jumped one night, and he ended up actually fighting back and winning the fight. This guy here, they tried to jump him one night, and he ended up knocking one of them out. Like somebody that was trying to attack him. It's absolutely crazy. Night, James. Stay blessed, my brother. Yeah, I saw it at Messi. Alright, let me see if I can't find the actual live stream though. Like, I was having no problem finding it earlier.
Stop thinking. Try to keep your head up. I know it's hard, but just try to keep your head up. Stay focused. Remember why we did this. Remember why you joined the military. And
Portland, Oregon. Absolute chaos. Rioters, ICE, the federal building. Look at this.
So that's all boarded up.
Folks. Come on in, come on in. We're going to talk about what's going on in Portland, Oregon. It is complete anarchy out there today. It is wild. A group of marchers came to the ICE building and are acting crazy. Absolute crazy, folks. Now, this was the scene just a little bit earlier, but I want to bring public awareness to the truth of what is going on in Portland, Oregon. What is the truth? And here is the truth. This has been going on almost every day now for the last week. Complete anarchy. ICE under attack. Clearly under attack. ICE is clearly under attack. This is dangerous. This, you could arguably say this is an insurrection. This is an insurrection at this point. Look at the signs. Look at the signs. Look at the signs. This seems like it's way more aggressive than the craziness that they had at Portland in 2020.
All right, so I found a live. All right, and if you got, hold on, what's this guy's name? So I can shout him out real quick, because it's his live stream. All right, so if you guys want to check this out in its entirety, Cly Matrix TV on YouTube is where this is actually all from. This is the Chicago protest.
Folks at these protests were, so here's another individual who's joined the group with a costume as well. We'll be monitoring closely, seeing if any of this protest activity changes over the next few hours. As I mentioned, reaching out to the Portland police.
Look at the amount of people flooding the street of Chicago.
The caution tape around these multiple blocks around ICE and when that might be coming down, if anytime soon. We are also asking the question of why the increased Portland police presence. If it's really
So you got Portland down here. This is the Portland building. I think they've barricaded everybody away from the building. All right, so in Chicago, they were only giving the protesters a concrete barricaded area to stay in. And now they've gone wild. Like you could see, it's hard to see it in this video from here, but these are all people. Like the road's full of people. And then in Portland, where there's normally people all around the ICE building here, because this is the ICE building, these are the boarded up windows, they have barricaded people back. So they're not letting people get up next to the ICE building at this moment. I know Trump tried to send in the military. Their court, the court lady, the judge, for the court in Portland, Oregon, tried to deny Trump from bringing in. I'm just calling it what it is. Yes, you're right. They're not protesters. They are rioters. The ones that are acting out at night, those are absolutely rioters. During the day, it is generally more peaceful, but once it turns to night, the normal people leave, and these Antifa people and people like Antifa dressed in all black come and create chaos. Those are no longer the protesters. Those are absolutely, in fact, rioters at that point. Again, this is, I'll put his name up there for you. It is Cly Matrix TV on YouTube. This is the first time I have watched his channel. Obviously, I'm not subscribed. I don't know. He's obviously a MAGA man. But I'm using his video, so I do want to shout him out. But up top is the Chicago, and down bottom is Portland. I agree, Carnage. That judge is retarded. She is obviously in favor of the leftists. But I think Trump needed to just go against her. He's the commander-in-chief. He doesn't have to answer to her. No, I'm not banning anybody. I didn't even ban Junior. I wanted him to just stop talking about Pat. Like, that's not what we're not here to talk, like, just be derogatory towards each other. Like, we're trying to find common grounds. We're not going to agree with everything that each other says.
They probably do. Since that was just like a news story. We're waiting for Portland for someone to start right now. Can
Look at the streets of Chicago. He as well is waiting for somebody to go live for the Portland, Oregon, I guess.
In addition, 2 weeks ago, a radical left terrorist in Dallas conducted a sniper attack on a local...
So you're going to say Messi bans you? Like, I've only got Messi. Right now, Messi's the only moderator. I'm not adding moderators until the stream gets to where it needs more than one moderator. Like, I don't have a reason to just add everybody as moderators.
The epidemic of left-wing violence and Antifa-inspired terror has been escalating for nearly a decade. At universities, Antifa has organized riotous mobs to attack campus speakers as civil overtime, and these are
I don't know what that means. If kids are controlling my life. I don't know if I care. Cool.
As he has a Trump hat and a Charlie shirt on.
Thank you. I don't care. Whatever. Should I care?
The journalists that reported their crimes. Oh, well, you're very safe. I hope that's not going to turn you around. But they have been very threatening to people, but we're going to be very threatening to them, far more threatening to them than they ever were with us, and that includes the people that fund them.
Oh, in the regular channel?
No, I'm not just sitting here. Well, see, I don't have...
Well, I will say that I go through and unban people that get banned, unless it's certain people. I go through and unban people like once a week. Some people I leave on the ban list, but then some people I give a second chance and I unban them. So I do that about once a week. I go through that list. Paid anarchists is what Trump is calling these people. Please don't be loud on the stairs. Don't let it slam. Don't let it slam. I can barely hear what Trump is saying. So I know you guys can't.
Much better. Nice to have you. We feel a little safer here, I think, man. Well, not that safe, because you have them. Let's do worry about that.
I haven't gone in there yet this week, Messi.
He's been repeatedly beaten by Antifa.
I haven't done it yet this week.
One soul that left him with a brain hemorrhage. Only days ago, Nick Sortor was assaulted in Portland by a flag burning mob, and we've made it 1 year penalty for inciting riots. It took the freedom of speech away because that's been through the courts, and the court said you have freedom of speech.
What's that about?
What
They're mad at
has
me?
happened is when they burn a flag, it agitates and irritates crowds. I've never seen anything like it on both sides. You end up with riots, so we're going on that basis. We're looking at it from not from the freedom of speech, which I always felt strongly about, but never passed the courts.
You can hear it a little bit, Didi.
They do is they incite when you
Yeah, he must have the volume down on a lower level, because I can barely hear him.
Guys, some of the ones that are live are not live.
down on tape and you see things happen that just don't happen unless it's a flag that's burning. Very recently, Katie.
I don't see any of it. I saw one troll. Who is
A
it?
flag pole in Portland by an Antifa radical, leaving her with a very blackened eye. So, Katie, thank you very much, and I'd like to also say that I watched Nick. Who's Nick? Is Nick here? Nick? Hi, Nick.
You need a chat
That
mod.
was a rough time you went through. I watched.
Yeah, probably so.
I wrote you a note. I thought it was terrible, actually. I thought it was terrible.
Oh yeah, I banned that guy, John.
Under the
Whatever his name is.
administration, the Department of Justice targeted faithful
All
Catholics,
good.
Christians, and patriotic parents as domestic
I'm
extremists.
too easygoing for them. They won't like me because I'm not going to play their little stupid back and forth game.
Because they go to a Catholic church or evangelicals. Everybody is under the gun. Unless you are a really bad, sick person, then they left you alone.
Don't come in here under my name. Don't come in here under my name.
Support their campaigns are in serious trouble, and we have a lot of records already, a lot of surprises, a lot of bad surprises. It's people that you would never think.
This chat is for real conversations. It's not supposed to be for just talking shit about each other.
Y'all get some mods in.
It's not the point.
Start doing that.
It's to be able to find common
Sorry
ground.
about that, guys. That's fine. There's one over here on Twitch too.
You're not going to use my name and slander my name.
That's cool. Hey, hate watchers earn me.
Not on my channel. You can go do it. He can go do that shit somewhere else. I'm telling everybody, Nemo. I'm telling everybody. It's man 52, Didi. But he needs to just go make his name back his name. Stop trying to make other people. He needs to stop trying to pretend to be other people. He needs to go be his damn self.
Disgraceful, and then he looks at people like Pam and he starts criticizing her. She's a patriot. They ought to do something with that. You know, you have a young congressman that's right now in jail for lying about where he went to college and other things. It was, you know, frankly not good. It was pretty bad. But it was.
I don't care. He's switching the screens around. I think he found a Portland. Yeah, he's got this is Portland. I can't remember his name. It's
Already running their mouths. I didn't even say anything to him.
Portland something.
It's not here. It's not here after this long. You know it. It was. It wasn't a super expensive helmet, but it was mine. You know. You like my shirt? We support ICE. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're so triggered with zero impulse control. Look, I didn't say a word to him.
I guess his name is Tommy Boy. Shout out to Tommy Boy for on the ground footage.
This is how they act.
Pat don't even drink.
I thought you guys supported China. You got a Palestinian flag on your back, brother.
Now we're in business. All right.
I think that's
Let me see if I can find a better live stream of it.
Rainbow Coalition. Well, Ocean's over there. Let's go see if I can get my flag. I am. I'm exposing you terrorists.
Is this guy
I'm exposing
Zachary
you
a
paid
troll?
terrorists.
Go ahead and get rid of him.
I'm exposing you paid terrorists. You guys are paid terrorists. Man, this didn't take long. Man, I was so fucking tired when I left my house, but as soon as I get here, it's just like, ugh, fuck these lanes, dude.
Okay, cool. Then you're welcome. I don't care even if you are a troll.
Yeah,
Just
they don't realize that Trump is doing amazing things. Yeah. Bull died with some.
you can't claim to be the party of feelings and everybody's inclusive and welcome.
This is my sidewalk.
Alright, I think I found it. Hold on. I'm gonna pull this down for now. Well, we can get back to it if you want, but I found an actual... This one I gotta turn the volume down a little bit. So obviously there are people on the ground that are out there for a good cause, but that's not the majority. They are out there putting their life on the line damn near because of the amount of numbers that are against them with the Antifa rioters are way outnumbering the people that are good out there. What up, Walt?
How much you want to put on it?
That's the plan, Noah. I plan on doing it every Wednesday. It may get to a point where I have to do it twice a week, but we'll see. We'll see how the growth of the channel grows. Let me shout out to whoever's got this video up real quick. I want to give them a shout out. All right. So shout out to Times Now World. This is their video. If y'all do like this content, make sure you guys go give them a like and a subscribe. But shout outs to them. This is Portland Protest Live.
Thank you guys.
This guy is on the ground trying to be an anti-protester, or I forgot the name they call it, but they're going against the people that are protesting. So the people that are protesting are over here, and then you got some other good guys over on this side that are trying to fight the good fight. Over here telling that they appreciate the ICE soldiers, that they thank them for their service, and such and so forth. Dude, 50, y'all just stop talking about Pat. Like, y'all can't see the image on the TV. It ain't got shit to do with Pat. Junior, go be yourself. Stop pretending to be Carnage. Go be your damn self. He never mentioned you until your ass started talking. He didn't even know you till your ass started talking. I'm gonna go back to 0 moderators and I'll be the moderator.
Hey, stop doing that shit. Ain't nobody over there. Back up. You said back up, mother.
Stop playing the victim, Junior.
Back up.
We're not here to agitate. I don't want you taking pictures of their badges.
Yeah!
When Carnage goes against somebody, the people that follow Carnage, as in Junior, Nemo, and Messi, they're all gonna follow Carnage, his little rules. Carnage don't make fucking rules in here. I make rules in here.
USA! 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 USA!
Guys out here cleaning up streets for 5 years. I had murdering. Everyone else is we're not here to be problems. We're not problems here. We're just here to watch you hang outside.
I got that $3,000 I didn't even know what else to do. Well, they didn't show me I got fucking locked the line.
Would you mind if I said no? Okay, my bad. I apologize.
No, you got
All right, Pat, man, stay blessed. Dumbass dick riders, rage baiting ass dick riders. Laughing with a green face, but you can't even be your damn self.
No.
Dick riding somebody else so much, you named yourself after them.
You're playing Fortnite. You're playing that. You're playing Fortnite.
Y'all ain't, none of y'all supposed to be talking about each other like that. That's fucking pointless. It's counterproductive. It's retarded. And obviously, if somebody goes against Carnage, the people that dick ride for Carnage are gonna also go against them. Gay. All I got to say is be your own fucking man. Pat's my brother.
Ego treater. Ego treater. Never killed him. Never killed him.
On and off of this YouTube. Pat's my brother.
Never killed. Never killed. Never killed him. Psycho.
I'm not in the Discord right now. I have to close YouTube to go into Discord. I don't want to hear anything from you, Junior. You are a Temu fucking Carnage. Go be yourself.
Ego kick him. Ego go kick him. Let's go kick him.
I mean, I don't think you're shit either.
Let's go kick him. Right now.
The point that you say, that's all we gotta say, explains it all. Royal's never wrong. It's Royal's channel. I have to close the stream to look in the Discord. My other phone is dead. When he was in here, I was speaking to all of you when I told you guys to stop talking shit. I was speaking to all of you, including Pat. Me and Pat have those hard conversations. Me and Pat don't always agree, but we come to an understanding. Is this about the chat or is this about the content? I'm good, Walt. Hope you're doing good, brother. Toxic, I think you're technically too young to be on here. You can't tell us. I was telling everybody in the chat to stop talking shit, including Pat. I was telling all of you.
We got that in the background.
Junior, you were literally spamming his fucking name. Shut your mouth. Cause he's not even in the chat now and you're still going on and on. I'm gonna give your ass something to be thankful for. There, be thankful for that, Junior. Be thankful for that. Shut your bitch ass up.
Can we call it a wrap? Everybody go home.
He said he can't change his name for 11 days. I guess his ass can't come back for 11 days. Yes, this is Portland. This is still the Portland. This is the ICE building right here in front of us. This orange building where the troopers are here. This is their gated entrance where when they have shift change or bring an inmate in, they bring him in through this sally port here. I agree, Jalen. That's what I mean. That shit was pointless. That shit was counterproductive. All that does is run other people off the channel that want to come in here for the fucking content. But he promotes the channel more than you have. Hence why he's the pinned message. Good night, love you. There's Honey Badger right here. That's Honey Badger. So Honey Badger should be live then. Hold up. I want to get Honey Badger's live. Let me turn this down a little bit. I'll keep it playing while I try to find Honey Badger. Somebody just get tased? I think somebody might have just got tased. I'm trying to pull up Honey Badger's stream because I know she gets right in up on the action. Don't say she's live. Dude, that was her. That was her on the screen.
Who's her?
Her. Honey Badger. She's usually out here on the streets live, reporting for the protest or the riots. No, she wouldn't get tased. She's there to support ISIS. Honey Badger is there for the right reasons. But yeah, they got the smoke bombs out now. Or the tear gas out.
How would you live in that? How would you live there?
But she's not on camera right now.
How would you live there? In that country?
This is America.
How would you live there?
What do you mean? Portland, this is Portland, Oregon. People do live here.
How would you live there? Look what's happening.
It's what was supposed to be a peaceful protest, but at night it turns to riots. Because the people that are actually peacefully protesting, they leave when it gets dark. Because even they know that these crazy ass Antifa people come in and they start freaking... Alright, yes, thank you. I will. They come in at night and they start causing problems and start trying to fight with people and trying to go against ICE and try to destroy property and hurt people. But there are some good people here too that are counter protesters. So they are trying to counteract the evil people that are out there.
The rapper Ice? Ice the rapper. Why are they clapping?
Because those are the people that are clapping for ICE.
Ice the rapper?
And then there's other people that are there as well that are not good people.
What if you don't clap? What if you don't?
No, there's a lady. This is Honey Badger. That is the Honey Badger that is on the streets for the protest and riots in Portland. She's been attacked numerous times by these wild leftist Antifa people that come in here to create destruction in amongst their own city. It might not even be some of their city. Some of them probably come from out of state because Antifa's paying their ass to come here and cause mayhem and destruction. But that's Honey Badger right there. Damn it, she just walked off camera. That's Honey Badger. She was just right there on camera. So I know she's there and she's live, but she's not live right now. So I don't know. Unless there's two people that look exactly alike in Portland. But she knows it's dangerous. She knows it's dangerous. But that's why we got to give her props. That's why we got to give her credit, because she's out there on the front lines. And even though she's been attacked, she still chooses to go out there. Look, they got snipers up on the roof too. Tear gas is coming out. She's right here. This is her. That's Honey Badger. The girl that's this, she's right there. That is her. I wanted to show love to Honey Badger's stream, but I guess she's not on, so. Look, they're trying to fight this person. They're trying to take his bike. People are starting to gather over there now. Now the cameras are all pointing over there. Somebody was just trying to steal somebody's bike. There was two people that just tried to steal somebody's bike over here. See if I can go back and show it. Oh, it won't let me bring it. It won't let me bring it back. Let me see it. Here you go. This shit's absolutely wild what they got going on out there in Portland and in Chicago. And this is going to spread to more cities. It's going to end up spreading to more cities. And this is the type of division that the government wants. That the Zionists of the government want us. They want us, the people, in turmoil. They're scared of us banding together as people. Because they know if we band together as people, their lies and their deceptive decision-making and their policies that they put in place to damn near hurt American people are going to falter. This guy got a Russia flag? It looks like a USSR flag. Well, I guess they're not the USSR. They're Russia, but... Well, I mean... That can be a start, Carnage. That can be a starting point. That can definitely be a starting point. But... It needs to be bigger than that. That's just a starting point. It definitely needs to be bigger than that. We need to overthrow our government and get these Zionists out of our country. Because they do not have the best interest of the American people at heart. And by what they do and with their actions, it shows. It's clear as day. Well, baby. You want the chair? Alright, hold on 1 second. I gotta get my son's chair. There you go. So yeah, I mean, this is absolutely wild. This shit's been going on for over 100 days. Over 100 days this has been going on for. Every day. Every single day this is happening. In Chicago and Portland. And like I said, it's gonna start being in other cities. What, did Mama fall asleep?
Yeah, maybe. That's back. What's up? Alright.
Let me get back over here. She's not married yet. Oh, she's marrying, but I mean, and I'm pretty sure she's from America, if I'm not mistaken. Or is she from Canada? Where's Taylor Swift from? That's all a plan too, Carnage. That's the only way she makes decent music for people to listen to. That's why her and Travis Swiftie aren't gonna work out. She's marrying Travis Swiftie. But I have been on here much longer than I said I was going to be on here tonight. We will be doing more of these live streams. Obviously, I'm starting off with the Wednesdays. I may add a little bit in. Yes, 1 second, please. No, not right now. We may be doing more of these. Like I said, it's starting off as a Wednesday stream for the channel, but we may end up having to do more of these streams because we need to get this channel to grow so that we can get our voices out there and try to help get the truth pushed for these different matters. I hear you. You guys stuck on the Swiftie. But I'm not going to stay on here much longer tonight. I said I was going to do an hour and a half, 2 hours. We're about to hit the 3-hour mark now. So I gave a little overtime on this stream. All right, cool. But, so yes, I will be doing more of these streams, but make sure y'all tap in. We'll be live tomorrow on the main channel for football. So just tap in with us there. We may check out some more of these live streams later after football games to see what's going on with the protests, because I know they get wild at night. But yeah, we'll definitely continue to do more of these live streams. Hopefully y'all like and enjoy the content. Go check out the people's channels that I shouted out, because they're out there putting their feet on the ground, running up the front lines to try to fight against the devil that's out there in them streets. So y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay great. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 8. I'm Royal Rawls. Peace.